Cheers.
Welcome back, my loyal legion. For those who've been following on for a couple of weeks, you already know the format. 100 topics/questions, 100 sips of beer. Gets pretty wild up in here. I'd like to mention a winner of the Dude Hold My Beer Award for last week, Ollie Cummings. Good job. Great question, mate. On that note, I'd like to also mention the introduction of our new award, or wooden spoon, may you call it, the Status of a Plum Award for the worst topic given to us. Just a reminder, you can enter the topics anywhere you want on YouTube, message us personally. Doesn't really matter. We'll chuck it in. Even if it's really bad, although be warned, you might get the Status of a Plum Award, which isn't too good. I would also like to mention the introduction of weekly challenges. If you guys have any challenges you want us to do over the week, send it to us and we'll do it, kind of to have a competitive edge between the four of us. We'll talk about that later in the podcast. So, yeah.
Well, everyone, this episode of the podcast is sponsored by our good friends over at Loot Crate. Have you ever been to an awesome gaming or comic book convention and wish you could take it all home with you like me? Well, now you can have just a little piece of it sent to your home each month with Loot Crate PAX E3, Comic-Con, and Supernova. Only happen once a year, and usually it doesn't happen in a town near you. But with Loot Crate, you experience the fun every month. Loot Crate is partnered with top brands and gaming franchises like Star Wars, Marvel, Fortnite, and Fortnite. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. They will do this to deliver epic exclusive items in the form of a crate that contains a unique collection of figurine-like action figures, t-shirts, and life-size pillows of preteens.
Shit. Okay, let's go. Sean, how's your week?
So my week went all right. Like the other 2 weeks or the other 3 weeks who have done this weekly checkup. It's gone all right. I haven't done too much. But been stuck inside, been working on my assignments. I missed the census date this week for my enrollment payment because I forgot to apply for the HEX thing for uni. So someone has to front up $16,000 to pay for the uni. So,
what the fuck? I think I might.
Yeah, so we can sort that out later. So I guess it's kind of stressful week. But besides that, just been playing some video games. Been enjoying some Loot Crate boxes. Couldn't go to the conventions, but you can still get Loot Crate. And besides that, not much. Glad to be on the podcast. Glad to get my weekly beers in me. So I'm just glad to be here. Glad to talk about some topics, and hopefully I can bust out these new challenges that we got going.
Well, g'day everyone. Listen, my week had been going fantastically. I'd had a brilliant week until I heard Cooper's intro followed by Jackson's sponsorship read. What a fucking atrocious effort that was. Listen, I can't say it enough. The folks at Loot Crate, they're brilliant. The conventions, they're shut down because of coronavirus, but Loot Crate never stops. It's always being delivered to you, and that's why they're brilliant. Look, I'm just glad to be able to broadcast myself to our loyal legionnaire of legends, as we call our followers, the Centurion. It's fantastic.
The LLL.
And listen, in terms of things I did this week, last week I said I was doing an online debating tournament. Turns out we won that tournament and that I was best speaker of that tournament, the Asia Online Debating Championships. So you're looking at him, the best debater in Asia. Yes, to 100 shots of beer. So look, I'm a pretty epic guy. I'm slogging away still on Animal Crossing, still slogging away doing some assignments, but I'm having a good time. I'm having a smile around my face the whole time I'm doing it. And I'm enjoying some epic loot from those gaming communities. Thanks for Loot Crate.
Cheers. G'day, guys. How are you all going? Yeah, my week's been all right, I haven't been much going on. I'm a bit scared now because Sean's mentioned he missed the census date or something. I haven't done any of that, so hopefully I think already because I'm in HEX, I don't have to, but hopefully that resolves itself. What I've been up to, I've been pretty bored, like a lot of people in isolation. I've actually downloaded GarageBand on my phone. It's free for iOS users. And I'm gonna try to make a intro song for the podcast. So yeah, that'll be coming shortly. But yeah, I've been learning multiple instruments on the app. I've been gaming, doing some uni. What else more can you do in your room at this time? Again, I'm just happy to have a belter of a podcast back here every week, and I'm just so happy to move forward. So yeah, it's been good.
You've been eating spinach?
Been eating a lot of spinach, yeah. been trying to keep healthy in this,
Like
in this time where it's
Popeye.
temptations. Ate too much chocolate over Easter.
Cheers.
Cheers.
My week's been really good. It was Easter last week, and I ate a lot of chocolate. So, I've been working really hard as well. I've seen a lot of people staying at home. It's like unfortunate for them, but sometimes you get sick of working too. But thank God I have been working because it's been pretty tough times, and now I can afford 2 subscriptions to Loot Crate. Especially considering this week I found out that you can use the promo code BEER to get 20% off, which is pretty awesome. Again, at work, I got poked in the eye with a cable, and that hurt a lot. So that's no good, really. And
How's Oxford going?
Oxford's good. They put the semester on hold, so not the best news.
What are
but
you studying at
hopefully-
Oxford, Jackson?
Law,
It's not right.
business law. What are some interesting criticisms and compliments you've gotten from viewers of the podcast, everyone?
Listen, I've had a bit of feedback on the podcast. I think most people, conceptually like how it's going, understand it's a bit chaotic, and feel, sometimes there's a bit too much biff going on. We're trying to talk over one another. But, broadly, I've had good feedback on the podcast from the Legion.
The Legion, yeah. I actually had a criticism about you, Sean. My girlfriend said that your ad read was cringe.
Oh, right.
And you know what? Like, we're new to this. So I'd just like to say it's hard, and just to Loot Crate, we love your product. Sorry, there was a bit of fumbling with the ad read. Hopefully you still pay us. You got the minute that you paid for. So, come on, be good guys about it.
What's the criticism you've heard, Jackson?
Only criticism I've gotten is when the ding goes, and then Sean go, cut you off there, sorry.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I got to cut you off there. Sorry.
Introducing weekly challenges, fellas. This is a new one. This week, most recorded kilometers.
Yeah, Cooper, if you just want to explain the weekly challenges.
As I mentioned in the intro, I think to engage the audience a little bit better, you can pose a challenge to the 4 of us that we can compete against, and then we'll bring back the results the following week. So this week I've decided who can run/walk the most, get the most kilometers up on their health app on their phone. So we'll start from Monday, and then when we do the podcast, Friday or Saturday, I assume, we'll see who has walked and run the most. And then we're not really sure what we're going to do for awards or losses quite yet, but that'll be figured out at the time.
You can let us know what the winner should do, but we know that the loser of those weekly challenges has to snort some hard liquor. So that'll really get him going.
That sucks.
Can you do that? Is that all right?
Sounds awful.
Is that good?
Well, you don't want to lose the weekly challenges.
Yeah, you got to get walking.
Well, Cooper, shout out to you. Do you reckon it's more advantageous to be right-handed or left-handed? He was a lefty.
I think that's shout out to Ben Narby for that question. Actually, I didn't make it, but I think left hand, right hands are good because things are designed more for them. But I think there's a competitive advantage with left-handers in different sports and stuff because they get a bit of awkwardness to their style, hard to predict. And they say left-handed people are more creative, which I guess is good. Depends what you like. What do you think, Sean?
You get bullied being left-handed, so obviously I'm glad I'm a right-handed person. But nothing wrong with that. I get what you're saying with sport advantages, but I mean, as you said, like trying to use a pair of scissors left-handed, it's just an absolute nightmare. So definitely glad I'm right-handed, but I got nothing against.
I just say I absolutely fucking hate lefties, right? Lefties, it doesn't matter what they're doing. They're always spurting shit at you, saying, "Oh, you're being racist and whatever." Don't care. It's right hand all the way for me.
Nice.
This one's coming in from Maddie Carroll. Who has the best haircut in the group?
Should we get the hats off for this one, or should we just talk?
Can't
take the headphones off.
I think Sean does most with his hair. I think everyone else here, besides Sean, almost does nothing to their hair.
Yeah.
So you probably have to go Sean by default.
I'm going to say me. I think I have the best hair out of everyone here.
Nah, you don't have any hair, Jackson.
Fuck, all right.
Well,
fucking fading away, Jackson.
I guess the hairline. I'd like to say I think I have the best hairline as well. I think I'm the hairline champ of this group.
Yeah, maybe you. Maybe
those
you,
who know me personally know that I'm actually balding on top, which is why I force everyone every week to wear hats on the podcast, so I don't feel insecure. So look, I'm probably last. I'll admit it. But
I'm balding as well. I just decided to do something about it.
You got a wig on. You put your Whoopi Goldberg wig on to make yourself
You get to put a do-rag on.
Good point. Yeah, maybe I should have a do-rag instead of a cap. We'll let the
Yeah.
fans think what they think of that. But
Should I get
Yeah,
a do-rag?
select the headgear. Oh shit.
Listen, what is the best rendition of the car skidding off the freeway meme? That's the classic meme where you have two options, sort of.
Yeah.
Car skids away. It's a similar to a lot of other memes, I think, really, where you just get two options. The old Drake one, but
Yeah, Drake one's a
the
classic.
car one specifically, maybe start with Sean. What do you think?
Oh, I've had some good ones. So I'm a big fan. I don't do any jiu-jitsu, any martial art at all, but I'm a big fan of Brazilian jiu-jitsu memes. And I actually found a really good one like a week ago of the car skidding like off on the off ramp, and then there's like the straight edge one, which is obviously where you're supposed to go, but he's skidding off the off ramp. It was something like it's like something like letting coronavirus stop you from going to your Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes, and then he skids off, and then like that's the straight option because that's the obvious option. But the guy skids off and goes to his Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes anyway. So I think that's great.
That sounds shit.
I don't really
Yeah.
get it, Sean. That was a very bad explanation.
And I think you misinterpreted the question as well.
Well,
Yeah.
similarly, who is the best WWE wrestler? For me, Ronda Rousey. She could go toe to toe with any, male featherweights. Cooper?
WWE wrestler. I liked the guy who used to hide under the stage, little Irish guy, and just pop out and fucking hit people in the back of the head with a
I think
steel
he was a
chair.
fighter.
Conor
You know,
McGregor.
he
that
was nah.
He hits the guy on the back of the stool in the butt.
Yeah, he puts him in the back of the trunk. Yeah, that's a bit crazy. Jackson.
I like Batista because of the Batista bomb.
Yeah,
And I knew Sean was going to say
Mate,
it.
I relate so much to Dave Batista.
Copy me. You
I'm
copy
pretty
me,
much,
Sean.
yeah, you like to think that, but I pretty much am Dave Batista.
Oh, CM Punk. He's good.
No, yeah. Although he tried to go on the UFC and he got rolled, so how good really is he at
And-
fighting?
They just didn't let him
I
use all
was
his
gonna say,
skills.
Yeah, it's a good
I like-
point.
I like Batista as well. He did a real number
Yeah,
on
he's
Cuba.
Batista.
I thought.
Yeah.
Nice.
Listen, with all this COVID going on, the government might have a coronavirus tracking app so they can know where you are at every point in time. If you're able to download that or opt out of it, are you likely to download that, Cooper? It comes from Grace Faraday, that one.
Shout out. You know what? I probably would because I think the fear of the government knowing where you are. I think if they really did want to know, they could figure it out quite easily. You have all these apps that track your GPS location. They'll probably just find it out from that. If they really wanted to get And I'm not doing much at the moment either, so I probably would opt it in if it was seen to make a real difference. What do you think, Jackson?
I already have it. So
You
they already
fucking
get my
bootlicker. Look at
location.
you.
Oh, I
Does it
didn't know that
track
was a
you?
thing.
I didn't know it existed.
I didn't know
never
it was
had it
already a thing. Well, I just agree with Cooper. I think if they want to know where you are, they can find it out. And I think they'd pay extra close attention to people who haven't downloaded it. So I'm going to head to the App Store, next time I renew my Loot Crate subscription and make sure I download that.
So tonight.
If you could control your life with a remote, like in the 2007 classic Adam Sandler movie, Clicked, what function would you use? I don't actually know the functions Adam Sandler.
I think it's called click, and also it's just like your normal remote. Pause, rewind, fast forward. Whatever you want to do. So, what would you use, Jackson?
I'd probably use pause a lot because he farts in people's faces and that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And you could like rob banks and junk. I reckon it'd be sick.
You know what I would do?
Don't say naked.
I'd
ladies.
rewind up to the time where I asked you to become a guest on this podcast and never tell you. So you have a new fucking member. That was a shit answer.
God.
Lift your game up.
Surely
Dude,
you
with
would
10
just use pause. To be fair, that seems
Yeah,
like
pause
a
would
hack.
be good.
If you
Volume down.
surely you'd have to just pause.
Yeah, volume
yourself.
down's good.
So my ex-wife.
Especially
When
when
my parents,
Sean's.
when my parents are fighting, volume down.
Yeah. Besides that, mute would be a good one.
When you
I
feel
reckon-
sad,
I reckon
you put
turning
power.
the-
Is off
Pause
button
and kiss
kill
a girl
yourself?
that you really like that normally wouldn't kiss you.
Turning the brightness down would be sick.
Listen, number 15, half A button presses. For those uninitiated, there's some conjecture in the Mario 64 community about what entails an A press. If I'm already holding down the A button and then I perform all my actions doing that, have I clicked the A button or have I only half clicked the A button because I'm already holding it down? Cooper, what do you think?
I'm not really sure about that, to be honest. I think, I don't know. Sean?
Sweeney showed me a video back maybe like 5 years ago where like it was pretty conclusive evidence that to speedrun Mario 64 at the quickest time possible, you need to use the half A button press. So I think it exists. I'm definitely a fan.
I think half a button press is fine. It's just
The
when
trackers
people
would
start
suggest-
running backwards on walls to like bank up their acceleration and then
Yeah.
push forward and half a press
Yeah.
and win a whole game. because of the no clip or
An
something.
A press is an A press. You can't say it's just a half. That's what the detractors are, but I disagree.
That's what they want you to think.
Listen, Cooper, you'd understand this. Why doesn't spinach make your spine ache?
I don't know. It doesn't. I think if anything, it does the opposite. It kind of acts as an anti-inflammatory to your body. It's a good source of food. Doesn't take too much effort to digest. Gives you the nutrition you need. I think it's very beneficial for that kind of stuff.
That's what it's saying. It's saying, why doesn't spinach make your spine ache?
Oh, because it's good for you. I think that's
You're the local spinach master.
It's a
yeah.
terrible question.
I
don't know who asked that question.
How do you like your spinach? Do you like a wilt? Oh, you said a
I know.
raw.
I have it. No. I have it raw because wilt you actually
That's
lose a lot of
gross.
the nutrition, and especially if you have it with oil and stuff, it adds unnecessary fat. So what you want to do, you just want to get it raw, even if there's some dirt on it.
Got a big
It builds up
handful.
your immune system, and in times like this, you need the strongest immune system you can get. You know,
Strongest
Like
immune
what?
system always
you
wins.
wouldn't know much about an immune system, Sean.
What is that supposed to mean? Can you
What
elaborate
is
on
that
that?
meant to mean?
Sorry,
Can you elaborate on that?
I think it's the next question. Sweeney.
Listen,
Oh, no.
this involves me. Sweeney, you've been handed the mic at a college campus to stump Ben Shapiro with a fast one. What do you say? I think the issue is you can't stump him with a fast one. I think for the reason that,
Mate, you're the debating Asian champion. Surely you can think of something.
yeah,
Are you
that's why-
Asian, Sweeney?
That's why a fast one's not
Yeah.
going to get at him. Yeah. Me is the best debater in Asia.
Just what would you
I
choose, though?
understand. Well, I don't think you can get him with a 10-second soundbite because he'll take you out of context or whatever, right? I think you have to, sit down, present a layered argument to him before you can actually, get any engagement from him properly. I think if you try to just get him with sound bites, he'll get you back with sound bites. You get owned. Also, if you try to take him on at one of his presentations, the crowd's packed out in favor of him. So even if you say something good, he'll just get that applause. So,
He's like the Eminem of politics. Try going up against him is murder.
yeah, not worth it.
Right.
But if you had
he's
to, you'd
good.
probably just say something personal about it. You take on
Yeah,
his
that'd be
adopted
funny.
wife or
You'd
say
say
something about Israel.
or his religion. Yeah.
Mini game. Oh, here's a classic. Scissors,
Fuck.
paper, rock for a hard shot. We'll start first game. Cooper versus Sean.
Okay,
Oh,
Sean.
okay. Paper,
Paper,
scissors,
scissors,
rock.
Both. Did
I
you
would
guys-
scissors.
I
I went
lost.
scissors.
I went paper.
that was dodgy. Jackson, you me.
Yeah, that was a bit dodgy.
Paper, scissors, rock.
I can't say that.
Paper, scissors, rock.
You lose. Jackson versus Cooper.
I can't do this tonight.
Paper,
Gotta win then.
scissors,
Rock.
rock.
No, bullshit.
Jackson's out.
Jackson, you're taking so long.
Jackson's taking a hard
That's
shot.
bullshit.
That's you,
Jackson's
Jackson.
stalling
Go.
tactics. They haven't worked.
That's
You do a
bullshit.
fast.
Jackson
Get
was
straight
so
from the
slow on the
bottle.
last
Go a
one
quick
there.
swig from the bottle.
Nah, let's go again, Cooper. Double or
Nah,
nothing.
fucking, you're done, mate.
Well, Cooper, what's
Double or
Cooper got to
nothing,
lose?
Jackson, in the last 5 seconds?
Do
Nah,
double.
no
Jackson.
time. No time at all.
We'll do
time.
double
He's
this
run out of
half shot
time.
I've poured.
Oh, Jesus.
Ding.
Listen, what's the best TED talk you've seen? I'll start here. I saw this really insightful one from this guy who used to work with people, I think, in sub-Saharan Africa called 2070 Paradigm Shift. He was talking about sort of how the world will evolve, the sort of childlike sense of wonderment we all have. Some fast facts about Albert Einstein. The 2070 Paradigm Shift. I can't remember who presented it, but gee, it was good. It was interesting. Cooper, what do you think?
Yeah, I've seen. I think that's one of the only ones I can actually remember because of how iconic it was. And he's actually predicted a lot of stuff that's happened. And it was only, I think it was like 8 years ago or something. And he's already predicted many things. So I think just the more we age from it, the more relevant it will become. What do you reckon, Jackson? What are your favorite quotes from it?
I really like the one with the chick who got disabled and she can't walk anymore.
Adalia Rose.
I don't know about that.
Did you see did she do a TED talk?
Everyone pat yourselves on the back.
Look, some people shower or wash just with the water, as in they don't use soap. What do we think of that? Sean?
Yeah, no. So I did that for probably, how am I, 21 and a half. I did that for probably, I would have to say 19 and a half years. I did that because, I don't know.
He asked you a question and he walks away.
It's because we ran out of soap. So I was like, I don't know. Because I was always using a bar soap. Mom and Dad always gave me a bar of soap to use. So I was always using that. And then when that ran out, I was like, oh, shit, I'm out. I guess I use water. So I did that for the next, 10 years. And then my brother left in a liquid soap in the shower. And I was like, oh, yeah, shit, this is it. May as well use it. So now I'm back on liquid soap. I don't know. No one ever said I smelled bad. No one still does. So I think it's
You
fine.
smell bad.
Do you think I smelled bad?
That's amazing. I can't
Pass.
believe you didn't use soap.
That's
It's
gross.
the question. Someone else obviously doesn't as well.
I
Okay.
can't believe that.
Oh, next question.
Next question. This is a bit of a silly one. Do farts push the shit out, or do shits push the farts out? What do you reckon, guys?
Oh, that's an easy one.
Sean?
It's easy.
I would probably go because before you're about to do a big shit, like the farts always come first. So you would think the farts are laid on top of the shit, so that leaks out, and then the shit comes out.
Yeah, but you're only really farting when you have to shit. So it's kind of like...
But then again, it begs the question: what's holding the pressure in when you're doing it? So it's like the farts.
It really
first
does
in
beg
there.
the question.
But then you never fart after a shit, so I would like to think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way
No, think of it like a gun. When you shoot a gun, the gas pushes the projectile, you know?
Yeah, but
So
it goes
it's-
around it. Your anus is like opening up the perfect size just so it can leak out. There's no gas leakage there. It's a
opening
closed
up the
system.
perfect size.
Yeah, like, there's no like leakage of gas around it like a bullet. Like a bullet's just a bullet in a
How
chamber.
much space do you reckon farts take up?
What, in the body? Yeah, next question. Which country has the worst cuisine? Shout out to James Pacino for that one.
For mine, probably China. You know,
Chinese food.
I don't remember any other country's cuisine fucking locking me down for 20 weeks or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It seems.
You mean rural Chinese cuisine?
Mate, look, if I'm just picking a country, it's got to be China. I'm sorry. You know, that's it.
Fair enough. I'll probably have to get Indian. Indian food sucks. My parents gave it to me for like 7 days a week, and it was absolute garbage, and
That's
I
got
hate
to be
it.
one of the worst opinions of all time.
Nah,
It's
Indian
probably
food's not very
subjective.
good.
It's probably
I don't
subjective.
think
I mean,
it's
you could-
the worst, but I think it's
And it
one of
makes
the
you
worst.
shit yourself.
Bread.
You could
It's
argue
gross.
that it's not great, but Jesus, there'd be a lot worse cuisine.
That's probably a subjective opinion. Just
I think the
'cause-
Atoro tribe, their cuisine isn't that good, especially what they feed
yeah,
the kids.
it's not. It's
I
not
really,
shit.
Shout out.
that's not a good diet.
What's one of-
I don't
what's
think
their-
it's
what's their
very
most
good.
Your
favorite
mum loves
dishes?
that diet.
Yeah,
Friends of
your
the
mum.
show.
Your mum's been on that diet for ages, Cooper.
For the folks at home, you can go back and watch our first episode to see what the Atoro tribe consume.
Click here.
Yeah, click here to
Click
go to the first podcast.
Okay, choose your fighter. Incel, cuck, or simp.
I think the thing is, if you're choosing a fighter, like someone to fight for you, you're obviously not choosing a cuck who's inherently like quite submissive and withdrawing himself. I think incel has the
cuck.
most.
Incel has the most anger. Yeah.
It's got to be incel.
What
Oh,
about
is it
simp?
incel cuck or
But some
simp?
cucks have got a real deep repression about them that if they unleash, it could be very devastating.
That's all
But they're not
incels.
gonna-
All incels are like that.
Yeah, no, no point. Incels are
I
mad.
think incels are ready to go. They're ready to
A
fight.
cuck is not going to unleash.
What
on
about a
the
simp?
team.
What do we think about simps? What do you reckon?
Simp
They're probably your
what
worst
about
bet,
it?
I reckon. They reckon they would lose.
It'll be
I
a
think-
good fight between them and cuck.
And
That'll
cuck,
be a good
yeah.
Cuck would
fight.
be
That'll
the
be something
simp.
I want to see.
I think cucks are
Could be the simp.
submissive. I think incels are like aggressive. I think simps are kind of just normal outside the fact that they have some weird sort of, you know.
Yeah,
fetishes
cuck's like
and
a
stuff.
fetish, so you can
I
be
think cucks
big,
have-
but I feel like if
cucks
you're a
have, like-
simp, you're just a...
Cucks have got
Incel simp cuck.
Okay, next question. We've all been in this situation. It's Mother's Day. It's your mum's birthday. You don't know what to get her. What's something you just fucking get her because it's what everyone gets. Just some classic mum ideas, classic gift ideas.
This happened yesterday. We got our AirPods. I think that's the most.
That's good though. I'm
That's
talking
so
about like
good.
I'm talking
you
about
want
like
cop
shitty
out.
candles,
Oh, probably flowers.
chocolate,
Flowers, bath bombs. Flowers and bath bombs.
Bath bombs.
I
That's a
think-
good one.
I think the best gift you can give your mum's hardly even a gift. It's just the classic, like, "Hi, mum, we're going to give you a day off as the gift,"
Mm.
you know, and you like do the dishes that day or
Have
something.
you ever done that?
Nah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You know a lot about it. For some
I
reason.
know
that's
conceptually about the idea of it, and that seems like a shit gift if you got that. You'd just be like,
Imagine being a mum and raising someone. They're just like, oh, you get a day off. That's pretty sad.
That is really
After all
sad.
they've done for you, you get a day off.
Talk about an easy day at work.
I reckon the cop-out gift is you just sign the card that your sister got her.
Yeah.
Do you know a lot
the
about that,
cop-out
Jackson?
gift is
sister
transferring-
signing it on your behalf.
Yeah.
Okay, next question, guys. What's everyone's favorite YouTuber pre-2013? Sweeney?
Yeah, it was a different beast back then, wasn't it? Pre-2013.
Yeah.
I've got to think how old I was then. Year 8 and
He's 7, 8.
I think I was past Smosh at that point.
Yeah, it's between Smosh and then between like kind of the guys
Ray
that came.
William Johnson, maybe even.
I
don't
think
know.
he was a bit down
Tobuscus?
then.
He was around there.
Tobuscus, that's a good one. He was big. I liked FPS Russia, but then he got into some legal trouble. And I think he's in
Murder
prison
someone?
now. No, he was trafficking drugs, and then he just
That's
had a bunch of
alright.
unlicensed guns, obviously.
Oh, no.
Or Wings of Redemption. He's classic.
Who's
Anyone know
that?
who
What did he? No idea what they do.
He won a death match against It's one of these
Syndicate.
big guys.
He
yeah.
lost against
Nah,
Syndicate,
he
mate. He
won.
was fuming. He got ended. His career got ended by
Philip
Syndicate.
DeFranco.
Oh,
Philly
yeah, that's
D.
not a bad one.
What is he? What's up, my beautiful people?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
a
up, you
dose of
beautiful
Buckley.
bastards?
I really like a dose of Buckley. At that
Okay,
point.
next question. What would your reaction be if your daughter started a fans only?
I wouldn't have a daughter anymore. I'd get rid of them.
Sean?
I
Bit more
don't know. I don't
sexually
care.
progressive.
They can do what they
Yeah.
want.
Would you look at it? Would you watch it?
Probably not. I've probably seen it before when you were
edit it?
younger, right? So you probably know what it grows into.
Oh, but it's a bit different, isn't it?
I feel the thing is, I think
Maybe. Is it really?
Yeah.
you'd look at it if you didn't have to pay for it.
Yes.
You know,
Sean would look at it. Sean would look at it when they were younger.
you wouldn't want to pay for it. That's
You know
the
what?
thing.
My daughter would be that fucking ugly if she came from me. I wouldn't want to look at it. So, okay.
But,
You need to put
Is
yourself
this
down,
the
like-
worst topic ever? Maybe.
Fuck my future
It's not
daughter.
bad.
Could be. You need to put your mic. You need to put your mic. I can't hear you that well.
I
don't know if
wouldn't.
it's everyone.
I wouldn't watch it.
I'd watch your daughters, Jackson.
I'm subscribed to support her, but
I
I
reckon you would have a good daughter, Jackson.
Your daughter would be hot, Jackson. Yeah. Next question. First thing you'll do when quarantine ends. That comes from our friend Jack Prendeville.
Listen, I just meet up with my mates who've done this brilliant podcast with me. I give them a hug. You know,
I would do
Really?
something similar. I would probably do the podcast live in studio because we have a studio.
Yeah, that's what we got to do.
Yeah.
So we do the podcast live in studio. We're all in couches, not online. I think it'll be great. Great fun.
I'd probably spend the day gaming when quarantine ends.
What? That's what you did that the other day, and we all yesterday.
Yeah, I'm a gamer.
Eat, sleep, game,
Yeah,
repeat,
that's a good
baby.
point.
What else is there
That's
to
a really
do?
good point.
Maxim, what would you do?
I would like. I know it's a standard like cop out answer, but I want to go to the pub and get a pub feed and
Oh, there you go.
just get drunk with my friends.
You're a blokey bloke, aren't you, Jackson?
Yeah,
I'm just a
You
dude
love
being a
dudes.
guy.
You love dudes.
Dude time.
Can't get enough of these dudes. What about you,
Go
Kev? What
on.
would you do?
You know what? I think the live podcast would be a good idea. You know,
Are we actually going to do that? I was taking.
I think it would be very hard to set up, but we could do it. Okay, next question. Jackson, Rubik's Cube, go. You got it ready?
Yeah, got it here.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Jackson does a Rubik's Cube every. He's trying to complete a Rubik's Cube for every minute.
Blues
each
look
week.
pretty good. Whites and greens look a bit off the mark from
If you
the.
don't know about it, go watch the
So he's
other
been doing it for
It's
3
going-
minutes, and he's left it, and now he's resuming
He's
it from
not
last week.
making many moves this day. He's more contemplative at the moment.
Oh no.
Well, he was
Looks like
bragging
he's
about
making
his whole.
progress.
He was bragging about all his yellows the other week, but I mean, it doesn't
I've
really
just
matter.
Yeah, it
all
looks
up.
worse than it was last week.
He says he's
Yeah.
fucked it all
Jackson,
up. Yeah,
Jackson, Jackson, just set it up for next week. Just set it up for next
Yeah,
week.
just-
and then
just
we'll
try-
resume.
I'll try.
What
I
do you
think
mean
Jackson's
you can't?
forgotten how to do a Rubik's Cube.
No,
This
I
looks
still know
terrible.
how to do a Rubik's Cube.
I mean, he looked like he started. Oh, the whites are making a move.
He's a man of many skills, and he might have given up on the Rubik's Cube and learnt Spanish instead.
Why are so red, Jackson?
I got a cable in them. I said that earlier.
Oh,
I think
shit.
it
Yeah,
went
that's a
out.
fair point. The story
Well,
does that up.
I mean, what a terrible effort. We might have to cut
Jackson,
that
that's
segment.
over. Get
was,
that out.
That was dreadful.
Well, if you guys
Um,
want to resume next week, I guess we
What's
can do that.
what's the worst Instagram COVID challenge so far? You know, the riddles, dance, and bingos that people are doing. Shout out to Connor Hughes, Sweeney's
Oh.
brother, for that one. Actually.
Oh, the shit games, the shit
I think-
random riddles that they have.
Yeah,
The
I think the
riddles?
riddles
That's
are the
terrible.
worst. The riddles are just like I saw one. I can't remember who put it up, but it was like a bunch of shit. And then the
They're just
answer was just
regular
like,
riddles.
the answer was just nothing. Like the answer
Yeah,
was
yeah.
nothing.
Well,
and that's
I
just
think the bingo ones at least have some like personality to them. It's like which ones have I specifically done, and then normally. But the riddles are normally just like here's this thing. There's some weird wordplay in it somewhere. Like there's a question mark that's meant to be a full stop or something, and that's like that's got you. It's not unique. You see it 100 times a day. It's the fucking riddles hands
I
down.
really hate the one that sweeps the nation on like the first day of like the lockdown kind of thing, and it was
The,
like
the
a
North
woman.
South.
Someone has 4 daughters.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
North
that one
South East West
sucks.
one.
and it's like her name was someone, and everyone's like, "Oh, I better share it
that's
now."
so dumb. Okay,
Yeah,
next question. What's the deal with aeroplane food? Shout out to Adam Patterson for that one.
You know, Adam, that's a fucking stupid question.
Yeah, that's
If
just
you're
kind of boring, isn't it?
What are you expecting a Michelin chef to come in and fucking cook you up a thing?
It does what it can for the
Yeah,
condition
yeah,
that it's in. You know,
I tell
you,
you
You know, I think it gets a bad rap, but I think
It's good.
aeroplane
I think it's
food's actually
fine.
all right.
it's fine. It's fine. Like it doesn't really wow you, but it's okay. Okay.
You're literally 10,000 feet in the air. What do you expect?
I think
Yeah,
it's-
yeah,
I think
That's
you're-
like
also-
5,000 people.
I think also
worth
at
of
that
feet.
height, your taste buds get all numb and shit. So it's just like it like neutralizes some of the actual taste it probably has.
I think it tastes good. I like
It
it.
tastes good. I like airplane food. That's
What's your
more
favorite
fun.
airplane? What's your favorite airplane meal you've ever gotten, Sean?
The best airplane food I've ever had is mashed potato. The best mashed potato I've ever had in my life was from an airplane. I have no idea what they did to it. It was probably just packed with salt and butter, but it was still the
That's
best mashed
awesome.
potato I've ever had. But it was from Malaysian Airlines. Shout out to Malaysia Airlines. If they stop crashing planes, I'm sure that'd be a good airline.
Oh, was that Malaysian Airlines? Sean. You got the next question, mate.
What's that? So next question is worst names you've ever heard of, or generally ugly names.
What do you think?
Janessa, like Vanessa with a J.
I've never heard that, but that sounds terrible.
I've heard it
Look,
twice this year.
I might have a hot take here. Sean, but spelled Sean.
Yeah.
I don't like Genevieve. I think that's a weird. I don't like that.
Sorry,
I don't like
Genevieve's
Keith. Keith. If you're a Keith,
good.
don't
Keith's
fucking
pretty
watch this
fine.
podcast.
I really don't like the hard G girls.
Yeah, the
names.
hard G's.
Gertrude.
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 That's just your
can't be
ex-girlfriend, Sweeney. You need to let it go. You don't need to keep talking
Well,
about
look,
Gertrude all the
It's
time.
stereotype, but it.
Mate,
but
we
it's
all
true,
knew
isn't
who
it?
you were going to bring up. It was Gertrude.
Who's
Mate,
got
she broke
the
your heart.
worst name?
I really hate the name Laura. You know, that one's just.
What do you reckon about the worst names here? Anyone?
Probably Sweeney.
I reckon
So
Sweeney's
Sweeney.
a shit name.
Yeah.
Gerald.
Yeah, dude, Gerald would probably be the worst. So next question we got here is, would you rather find a swastika or child porn in your son's secret drawer? Sweeney, what do you think?
Swastika for mine. Would you rather look? I think
Oh.
most kids will see what a swastika is, be a bit edgy about it, draw one or whatever.
Nah.
Child porn, to get to child porn, to find it, you've got to do some fuck things. You've got to jump through some hoops. I mean, that's terrible. A swastika, you're just trying to be
Sweeney knows
edgy, you
from
don't
first-hand
understand.
experience.
I mean, no,
Don't
a
jump
swastika,
through
you'd far prefer that to child porn.
Yeah, I think even if it was worst case scenario and they were legit had like a swastika because they were like, getting indoctrinated, I feel like you could reform like a young person who thinks they're a Nazi than a young person who's like legitimately attracted to kids.
Yeah.
Someone's like literally committed a crime already. Like they're harboring child porn. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, and I feel like
Long gone.
you can't really ever change someone like that for if that's legit what they're like. It's very scary.
They're like the younglings. That's a ding. Sorry. So what's everyone's favorite media player? I'll start. I like QuickTime. It's the only one of them.
Oh, QuickTime sucks, man.
BCL or VLC can suck my dick.
VLC is so diverse. Well, mate, I'm gonna email VLC see if they want to sponsor us because I really like it. It's like you get a dodgy file offline. The QuickTime can't play it.
That's a good
Like
point.
all these things can't play it. VLC, it will do it for you, mate. It's like if VLC was your friend and you killed someone, it would help hide the body. I love VLC. What do you think, Sweeney?
I don't really have an overwhelming opinion one way.
Probably
or the
use
other.
QuickTime.
All I'm gonna say, it's
right?
not a media player, but associated with media and video. iMovie fucking sucks. iMovie can suck my hairy nuts. What a fucking terrible service that thing is. It takes 20 fucking hours to do a single thing on it. Piece of
Apple's not sponsoring us anytime.
What, how do
Absolutely.
you edit this podcast, Sweeney?
Sweeney's been removed.
Absolutely on iMovie.
iMovie custom.
Sweeney's trying to use iMovie on his iPhone. That's why he's such a hard time with iMovie trying to edit this. So next question, number 34. What's everyone's favorite Facebook page? Cooper, I'm sure you have some good Facebook pages.
Oh, I don't really know actually. I like.
You've had a lot in the past that have got taken down.
Yeah,
surely.
all the ones I like get taken down because they're just too retarded. Not even like they say anything bad. They just like do something really weird.
Mm.
There was one I liked, Foot Fetish Glow Gang. That was very funny. It's just a good combination of foot fetish memes and the glow and
Really?
the idea of the Glow Gang.
I really like it's called fuck ass memeing, and then it's like 2020, 2021 or something. It just shares like the most cursed,
It's
but
called
like
fuck ass
legitimate
memeing.
posts. It's like fuck ass memeing 2022. But holy fuck, it just
That's a
it doesn't
good one.
I know that's a good page. Yeah,
Yeah, you Jackson. I'm
And
sure
the
you-
DP.
It's a
it
good,
hasn't
not a
got
page,
DP.
but I really
It
like
hasn't got a
CC.
DP. That's the best
Yeah.
part about that page. It's just like grey. It's
Yeah.
just like
What
No,
about
it
Maurice
just
the
looks-
Cat Jackson? Maurice the Cat, huh?
Oh, fuck Maurice.
Daryl the drone.
So, next question we got here is the girl who is the subject of James Blunt, "You Are Beautiful," has probably heard and enjoyed the song many times, but likely has no idea it is about her and never will. What a thought.
that's interesting.
It's
Isn't
really worth a minute, though. To answer the last part, probably no, but I'll hand it off to Sweeney for the rest of this.
I mean, that's an interesting thought to be had.
Because it was about a random girl, wasn't it, Sweeney?
Yeah, just like someone he sees on the train.
Someone in a
isn't it?
crowded place. Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't about like his ex or something.
No. It's just
So it could be
he
a
sees a person. He's like, "Oh, you're beautiful." That's his song.
Oh, what
One
a
of the best songs of all, or like one of the most recognizable songs.
So
of all.
what? He's seen every single
fellas,
girl.
have we ever done something similar? Just saw a girl and been like,
Not made a song about her.
Yeah.
I don't
Mate,
think
we
so. I
haven't
don't know
stopped
about
World
that.
War III like James Blunt has.
Anytime I look at the girl, she's also aware of it as well. She's always like, fucking get this guy.
So
out of
stop
here.
looking at me. You're making me nervous.
So it's a mini game this time. It's a dance party. All right.
You sketch.
How did this sneak? I guess it's
Right, you can't talk. Go.
Listen, I cannot wait to put iMovie or GarageBand default sounds. What a disgrace.
That's a ding.
That's the longest minute of my life.
Great effort, fellas. That was no.
So next question we got here is the 2003 Australian Idol finale. Team Sebastian or Noel? Sweeney, you're probably passionate about this.
Noel
right?
has way more meme value. Everyone's like, I'll get on Noel. But Guy Sebastian's just a far better artist. And
He's a
always
far
has
better.
been.
Yeah, he's a better musician.
Deservedly has done better.
At
Has
the
always done
time,
better.
though, I think it was a bit of an upset. I think more people wanted Noel to win.
Who
But
had
if you
the
look at their
biggest song?
careers in retrospect,
That's just because of
Sebastian
racism.
had a better one. Yeah, it could be because of racism.
Who had the
But then if you
biggest
think
song,
about
though?
it, perhaps if Noel won, he would
Definitely
have
Noel.
he would have
Definitely-
been a better artist.
Definitely Noel had the biggest song. So I would say
Guy
Noel.
Sebastian's made some huge songs.
Yeah, but like how many of them?
Battle
Like,
Scars, that song was. What other big songs have you got? Black Box.
Like it,
Oh,
like
that's
that.
Stan Walker.
how many is iconic as Shannon Noel? I didn't even know what his song was called actually.
"You're beautiful."
You know his biggest song is a
Yeah.
cover. There's a little
Yeah.
boy waiting
That's
at
like
the
Birdie.
counter of the-
Really?
Yeah, that's not his song.
That's fucked up.
So next question got here is who has been the best guest on Hot Ones and why? This is from Maddie Carroll. Shout out to Maddie Carroll. I liked Shaquille O'Neal and Marcus Brownlee, both of them. Shaq was funny. Shaq had that freeze frame where everyone's screen should have became a meme. He'd
Shaq
be
is
my
so
favourite.
funny.
Yeah,
You
Shaq's
said
just
Mark
funny.
asked.
Yeah. Same thing. Same.
Sweeney?
Same.
I don't know
Yeah, that
who's
out.
been the best one on Hot Ones. Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon
I
Ramsay
like
was
to
very
see
He was
him.
good because
He lived up to
didn't
the
want
hype.
to go on.
He was
He was
hot
like,
for
he
ages.
was just like, these wings taste like shit.
It was literally just since episode 1, everyone was like, get Gordon Ramsay on. They finally got him on. And I actually think the episode itself was pretty average, but just that they did get him
So
on.
he's like, I actually didn't want to accept this, but my daughter really likes the show and she wanted me to go on, so I figured I should come on. Then he's like, these wings are a bit overcooked. He just
Man,
ships
obviously
on.
they're going to cook. They're meant for the sauce.
He said the sauces were all right though.
I liked Vince Staples. He was funny.
Did he go on?
Yeah, he did one.
If you could live in any anime universe, what would you choose? Cooper, you seem to be the expert on this.
You know what? I think that's an interesting question, but I feel what's happening right now, and all the crazy things happen in my life. I feel like my life's literally already an anime. There's enough crazy characters, there's enough weird arcs that I go through. My life might as well be. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably choose Pokemon or Naruto, so I could either develop my own ninja skills or have my own Pokemon.
That's really cool. Personally, I feel like I do live in an anime universe every month when my loot crate comes. It's probably the highlight of my whole month, and get it 20% off with the promo code BEER, which is pretty cool.
No, I feel like I'm always living in an anime when I'm indulging in Crunchyroll. And, we're...
Fuck! I got a story about Crunchyroll.
You have
So,
7
stay
seconds.
tuned.
I signed up for a trial, and then I couldn't find the place where you get rid of your card, and they charged me for it. I'm still paying for it. I paid for it today. It's like $10.
The next question we've got here is, what should be the worth it BuzzFeed guy's next try? Does it need to be food? Oh, it doesn't need to be food.
Mate,
That's one of the most incoherent readings I've ever
pretty
seen in
much.
my life.
Was that
Pretty much.
wrong?
What would you want the worth it guys to try next at 3 drastically different price points?
Isn't it the try guys?
Doesn't need to be
Probably
food.
just-
Oh, the
Probably
worth
just,
it.
the cost of living, something like that. like
Yeah.
living, you know.
They
like,
should do something a
spending
bit
night-
political, like schools or something, where it's like they get 3 kids with like the exact same IQs, send them to schools and see who gets like a highest like SAT or ATAR.
Shit, it's not a bad
That's-
idea.
That would be interesting.
Kind of ruin some kid's life for that. but-
I think they,
Mate, it's all part of the experiment.
I think they should try the 3 mums from least hottest to hottest and go Sean's, then Cooper's, then mine.
there
Whose
you
mum
go.
would be the cheapest,
I think-
Jackson?
Sean's.
That is very racist, mate. That's, that'll factor in the apology later, I think.
Yeah, you have to apologise for that. That's
That's a ding, that's a ding.
a bit of an exciting thing, isn't it?
Sean, this one's for you.
Oh,
You've
geez.
got a rant for us, apparently.
Sean, have a rant.
You have a rant, Sean.
So as you all know, usually I like to get a bit political, but
Don't make it racist.
yeah, no. See, after my apology, I guess I can't really go racist in the public. But what am I annoyed at? Actually, no, I'm fuming at uni fees. So what I don't get is that so for my whole undergraduate, 3 years, 6 semesters, it costs $26,000. Why does one semester of first year entry level units cost $16,000? Like over half of what my undergraduate cost. It's
Did you
actually
get to
retarded.
watch? Did you get to watch Mojo in your undergrad?
No, oh yeah.
You
it's
do in
good
your
point.
postgrad, don't
Yeah,
you?
you do. They just feed you Watch Mojo videos. Postgrad's a scam, especially graduate.
What are you doing for postgrad, Sean?
I'm doing a graduate certificate in commerce. Don't do a graduate certificate ever. Worst mistake of my life.
All right, everyone. If you could time travel, go back in time, and have sex with yourself, is it gay? What do we reckon? Yeah.
Well, is
I'm
it
gonna
gay?
chime
No,
in
is
here.
it gay
Is it-
or is it
It's a
masturbation?
masturbation. It's probably a little bit of
Adam
both,
Patterson.
really.
Gay. Nah,
Is it
it's not. It's
also
someone else?
incest
Someone
as
else.
well? I think you
Yeah,
can add that to
it's-
it.
Is it gay or is
That's
it
criminal. That is
masturbation? I'll say-
disgusting.
I think it's
if I-
masturbation.
If I had a time machine,
Ooh.
I would go back to the time I invited Jackson to this podcast, and I would take it back.
But it's not
No.
masturbation because when you do it, your own brain doesn't feel it. You know, you're just jerking some other dude
It's
off.
only not gay and it's not masturbation if you have a sex change and then you go
I
and do
suppose,
it.
I suppose, is it gay or is it masturbating when you like use a toy on yourself or something?
Do you use a toy? Speaking of what toys do you
I've
like
never
to use?
used
I don't.
toy.
I don't at all. But is that gay? Or
Yeah,
is that
neither.
masturbation?
That'd be
I-
so weird.
What's that big pillow you got next
Doing
to your
something
bed? Did you get that
yourself
from
is
Loot
masturbation
Crate,
too.
Sweeney? That big life-size pillow? That's a
Yeah, yeah, that
that's
came from Luke. Yeah.
Thanks for that one, Adam Patterson. Next up, do we have too many mini games, or are they the best part of the podcast?
Oh,
Mate, I'd have to say they're the best part. Mini
I
games are
think,
awesome.
I think if we have a minigame 1 every 10 is still good. As long as
Yeah.
it's not like everything's a minigame.
Would you rather have a look at
party,
it.
a mini
We
game?
only have 100. We have 100 topics every week. Would you rather us have a mini game or just have another topic that?
Yeah,
that
no,
would
One of Adam Patterson's weird questions
think-
about jerking yourself off. Would you
I
really
think
want
they-
another one of those?
The hit
Fucking
rate
freak.
of mini games is so much higher than the hit rate of topics.
Also, our best
Yeah,
our best segment's a mini game. Us trying to count to 10. The fans love that.
That's a classic.
I've only
That is a
heard
good
good
one.
things about
yeah. Well, we got
that.
that coming
Childhood
up.
classic.
We got to chop all them together once we get to 10.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be sick.
What's
If-
the
You
high?
know,
If we get to
last
10.
week I was editing together and we got to 7 and that was our highest ever score, but we literally start by going 1, 3, 2. No one picks up on it.
Mate,
Like,
not
one,
the comment
three,
section.
We were a little bit drunk, huh?
Thanks for that, Sweeney. What's the best vegetable? What do you all reckon? Thanks, Christy Hinchman, for that one. My favorite vegetable, potatoes are cool, I guess. Potatoes.
My favourite vegetable is Dylan Alcott. He keeps winning the Australian Open. He's one of the best of all time.
So what makes him a vegetable?
Mate, Sweeney had that one prepared. You can tell.
This is your question? Who came up with this question?
Mate, he's on
Oh,
every ad.
Christy
That guy.
Hinchman.
Yeah,
He's on
I hate that guy. I
He's on
hate
like
that guy.
he's on like Nike. He's on like ANZ or like
ANZ,
NAB or
it's
something.
ANZ ads.
He's on everything. He must be
Every
balling,
single
right?
ad break. Every single ad break, mate. There's Dylan Alcott.
What happened to him?
He's just.
I assume he's missing one or all his limbs.
I hate
One
that
of those
guy.
things.
Is
He's
he
in
a
every ad. He seems like a
Paralympian?
dickhead. He seems
I
like
like.
a
Do you
cocky
reckon you could beat him in
motherfucker.
tennis, Sweeney?
No, he's probably better than me.
Nah, surely.
I like carrots.
I'm pretty bad.
What do we all think of middle names? Sean, how about you chime in for this one?
Shout out to Connie Wilkins for that
I'm
question.
glad I have a middle name because if I wasn't, I'm screwed. Could you imagine me being called Gerald? That's career over. That's career
Yeah,
ended.
that's
I'm so
crazy.
glad I
Be
have a
thankful
middle
for
name.
middle
I like middle names because that's how we distinguish serial killers. So like James Wilkes Booth, he gets all 3 names.
Yeah.
Because if you had the same name as a serial killer, you'd be like, I swear I'm not him, guys.
That's a good point. A lot of serial killers
Yeah,
are
it can be
notorious.
So much more formally, I think, as well. I think it's good to like have that extra layer of formality when you require it.
You get it. You get a lot of awards and shit.
No, you not for awards or whatever.
What's your middle name, Sweeney?
My middle name?
Michael?
Dylan Alcott.
Dylan,
I don't
That's
believe
just-
you.
mate, leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's trying to live his
Okay.
best life. Okay? And you keep having
You'll
a go
find
at
me in
him.
Yellow Pages.
the other
What's your middle name, James?
If you could swap bodies with someone for a day, who would you choose and why?
I'd swap it to Sweeney and come on, cock off.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You
I'd
know.
swap
Not
it
much
to
cut off
Cooper.
there. You don't get much of a trophy there.
Actually, no, I'd swap with Sean, so everybody just thought I was a straight up legend.
You just
for a day.
Oh, now
You'll just
making
use it so you can
blush.
say the M word, Jackson.
Actually, I don't say the N word
That'd be pretty
anymore.
good.
If you've actually listened
Sean
to my
doesn't say the
apology
N-word.
and podcast number 2, you would know I don't say the N word anymore.
That's right,
If I
Would
just
you-
with anyone, it would probably be
Dylan Alcock.
probably LeBron James.
No, it wouldn't be Dylan Alcott. Because what are you going to do?
Mate, you can do some ads, get some
Just said
sweet
all
money.
cock.
That's a good point.
No, what you should do is change to Dylan Alcock Sweeney and then kill yourself.
I don't think he's getting cut either. So this
Yeah.
is good stuff. We can't cut this.
Staying in.
This is good.
God, do you think the podcast is an accurate portrayal as you as a person?
No, personally, I've got nothing against Dylan Alcott. Listen,
Give him a
it's all-
compliment then, Sweeney.
It's all in good fun. I think Dylan Alcott is the best wheelchair tennis player in the world.
Yeah, we've already established that.
Yeah, that's my compliment.
You said you don't care, though.
That's my compliment.
All right, that's awesome.
So what's your favourite
Sweeney?
vegetable then?
Good
Broccoli.
question. We're going off question.
Broccoli
We're going off
sucks.
question.
Broccolini's sick.
What's the question?
I think it probably does. I mean, yeah.
What was the question? I can't remember.
Do you reckon the podcast portrays you accurately as a
Oh,
person?
nah, probably not really.
I think in like...
It's
in
worse
like
because we're all just trying to be like funny for a minute and then we all fail and then it's just
Yeah.
shit and then the next minute
But
we
in,
try
like,
again.
in 50 episodes, I feel like they'll have a pretty accurate... If they watch
Yeah, after
an
a while
accurate-
probably.
Yeah.
So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. That's all we got to say.
Sean's racism hasn't really been seen that much on the podcast.
Good question. Was the creation of Israel a good idea? Sweeney,
Sweeney?
you love getting political.
Yeah, pretty good. I don't have any. Look, they displaced a bunch of people, but you know, any sort of country that's arisen has displaced people. Is Israel like overwhelmingly good? No, not even kind of. But you know, broadly, was it the right thing to do after World War II and stuff? Yeah, I think so.
They're a
I
pretty
think
good
it's
country.
I think it's good just to put them all in one place so we can keep an eye on them.
Why
You
can't
just
we
made a
just-
lot of powerful enemies.
Why can't we just cut it in half and then give half to Israel, half to Palestine? I don't get it.
Oh, yeah, I've actually made the
There
most
is.
powerful enemies in the world. They control everything, those people.
What do you
And
mean,
look at
those
you.
people, Cooper?
Now you just express
Jews.
yourself on the podcast.
You did this last week.
Yeah, I
Did
did
we?
last week.
You can come up with
Yeah.
new segments.
My Dylan Alcock is Jews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Alright.
human nature shape society, or does society shape human nature? Shout out to Aeneas.
Robville. I think
Shout
that's
out to
wrong.
Aeneas
Listen.
for that one.
Listen, Ananias. No, I think there's some merit in that question, right? I think society shapes human nature now. Because you adhere to what society deems as being like legitimate. If you go outside the realms of that, you're sort of ostracized. But I think to create society in the first place, human nature and its like primordial instincts probably resulted in
Yeah,
what
but
we
we're
have.
currently creating society for like the next generation, because
Somewhat, but I don't think you can have someone who's not in any way molded by society take over. Like, I think they're immediately ostracized.
What do you reckon a person would be like if
No,
they
my
didn't?
word of the week. It's a symbiotic relationship.
Australize was word of the week. I know what australize means.
Australized.
You're saying ostracized. You're
It's like
saying the word.
Australia. You're saying Australia, right?
All right,
Shit.
halftime, hard
Oh.
shot and beer count.
Oh,
Is it hard shot? Is it actually hard shot? I think I put
I'm
this
not
in
doing
actually.
it.
That's my
I'm
beer
not doing
count.
it.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 beers in the bag.
Wait, my beer count. We'll do this first.
I've got a laptop.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then earlier, sadly, I had a thing to do. 5, 6, 7, and then a half of this one. So I'm at 7.5 in, and I'm not feeling a hard.
Oh, you're actually doing hard shot?
I'm at
Am I talking
5
after this?
beers.
As long as I'm not talking after
And
this,
I had
that's
some
fine.
Canadian Club too.
Wait, am I red? Oh, no, I'm blue. Wait, am I blue?
I've had
Fuck me.
4 beers and
Cheers.
I've had some Crown Royal whiskey. I'm not feeling good. This is one of the worst I've felt. I'll admit it.
Oh, did Sean vomit? Sean's vomited, surely.
You done it?
I think he vomited.
Who's got the next question? Was that you, Jackson?
Oh.
No.
Well,
Sweaty?
next question, I think.
All right,
fellas,
mini game. I'm gonna do the alphabet backwards for everyone.
Okay, go.
From my rendition, you'll clearly be able to tell that I've been practicing a lot. Z Y W V
Oh, you missed.
You
one.
missed X somewhere.
E Y X W V
All right, we got to stop these hard shots.
O
Yeah, these hard
T
shots are a bad idea.
T.
OT.
Actually, you missed
O's
X.
a lot later than that.
Yeah, that's a bit far
You
in.
missed an
I
S. You missed a P. You
I
missed a
don't know
Q
the
between that.
alphabet. I only know the song.
Mate,
Like, if you
Jackson
ask
can't
me
do
what
it.
the
Jackson
song is,
can't. Jackson,
do
do
it
the
in
alphabet.
Spanish.
Do the alphabet forwards. See if you get
A,
that
B,
one
C, D,
right.
F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
I think you missed
Q, R, S,
E.
T, U,
Did you say
V.
E?
No, he knows about E. He knows E
Yeah,
exists.
mate. E's my last name.
Are you sure
You know
think
what?
Jackson got to T?
Our Father
That's
who art
terrible.
in heaven.
That's
Hallowed
the
be
worst
thy
one,
name.
sure.
Rank the Harry Potters. This comes from Xavier Mitchell, our good friend. Harry Potter 7 Part 1 is the best one. And then Harry Potter...
Oh, wait,
that's
mate. Hey,
wrong.
mate, it's
Definitely
consensus.
Four.
It's Goblet of Fire.
Goblet
Goblet
of
of
Fire
Fire
is
is the best, mate.
consensus.
Is that the
Goblet of Fire
fourth
is
one?
good.
Yeah. That's
No,
one with Robert
that's one of the
Pattinson
worst
in it.
ones.
No,
That's a
it's
fucking
like
idiot.
mate, you're an idiot.
Goblet
Look,
of
I tell
Fire
you,
is
I
like-
tell you what, they go nowhere in that movie.
Goes,
Like,
goes 7 Part
like,
1,
over the
then
whole
3,
series.
then all of them are shit. 7
over
Part
the whole,
1,
no,
then
but
3.
over the whole series, in
Three's
Goblet
good.
of Fire, they do absolutely nothing. They play some shitty little tournament, and then half the characters they introduce in that
Yeah,
episode
fourth
dies.
Mate,
But it's good. It's a good ride. It's a very good ride.
the part 1 of it sucks. It just should have just been one movie. They're just trying to steal your money. You're
I
a
agree,
sucker,
right?
Sweaty.
Part 2 sucks. Part 2 is absolute shit, but Part 1's good.
Can we stop doing hard shots? Can we?
We got to stop doing
There's
that.
none left this episode, thankfully.
Isn't there one at the
I
end?
think there might be a mini game.
Oh, if there's
I
a
don't
mini
think
game,
so. I don't
oh,
think so.
shit.
Yeah. 7 Part 1. There you go.
I think.
What we got? Does jogging on the spot while you wait for a red light, while you're on a run, make you a wanker? And this comes from James Pacino. For mine, yeah. Like if you're on a run,
Bit,
jogging on the spot,
yeah.
how much is it doing for you personally?
Look.
And then optically, you just look like a fucking idiot.
Let me just say, that obviously comes from who doesn't run that often. I think it's fine. I think it keeps your momentum going. Like, well, yeah, you don't have any forward momentum. You still have that up and down momentum that you always have when you're running. That's what I was
Mate, it's just like chill out. Like honestly, it's like you're still going for a run.
Yeah,
Like, what is that doing for you?
I get you are taking.
And then you're
seriously.
standing next to people and you're fucking like just like calm down.
I think
man.
it's the
Like-
worst thing in the world. It's not like it's rupturing the ground and shaking everything around everyone. I think it's fine. It's not hurting
Yeah,
anyone.
but you look like a wanker though. You do.
You do. You look like
You look like
Absolutely.
a wanker doing most things.
You do.
That's
I don't.
racist, Sean. Come on.
That's messed
You're
up.
being racist again, Sean.
Oh,
Listen, what is the best beer? And this also comes from Xavier Mitchell. For mine, look, you can say what you want. You can say about, having more hops in it. You can say about how bitter it is. But for me, it just doesn't matter as long as it's cold.
With me, I've got quite a strong opinion on this. There's different types of beers and stuff, but the one that I like the most is the one that gets me drunk. Huh?
yeah. So Guinness?
Sean,
Yeah.
Mine's actually Carlton Dry. Carlton Dry is actually the only good beer I would say, especially on tap. There was one time when me and my dad we went to the pub to go watch the fights, and we got Carlton Dry pints on tap, and that was the only time I've ever gone through a pint. And Varsity Lager is sometimes good.
is that when you broke your dad's hand?
No, that was playing tennis. That's it.
Hit him with a mean cut. and he
I mean,
couldn't-
off
he couldn't
court. I
follow
mean,
it.
one ball that way, one
Do you
ball
reckon your
that
dad
way.
could beat James? What's that guy's name? Alcock. Do you reckon your dad could beat Alcock in
No.
tennis?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
All right, Sean, role play your order at Subway.
Can I be the order
Wait,
taker?
let me do my shot.
Sure, yeah. Jackson, you start.
Hi, welcome to Subway. What can I get for you today?
I would just like a foot long Meatballs on Italian herbs and cheese.
Yep. What cheese was that?
Old English.
Would you like that toasted?
No.
Sweet. Any vegetables today?
Yeah, lettuce and cucumber and carrot.
Yep. Lettuce, cucumber. Awesome.
And carrot. Did you put some carrot on there?
Oh, you wanted carrot as well? Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
no, I did want carrot.
And what sauce was that with that one?
Barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue. Sweet, man. Any salt and pepper?
No.
Perfect, man. And did you want any
No.
cookies or and don't want any fit chips?
No, I don't need fit chips.
Okay, sweet. Thanks, man. That's $11.80 altogether.
Okay, I'm just paying on card.
Yep. Just give me a second. When you're ready.
That's it.
I felt like I was there.
Yeah.
Who is everyone's favorite filmmaker? Cooper, we'll start with you.
Oh, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of movies in quarantine. I like Stanley Kubrick, who's made big
He
movies
directed
like
the moon
Clockwork
landing.
Orange. He directed the he also made the moon landing. That was pretty big for the
Unironically,
time.
a lot
What
of
do you
people don't
who
know
do you
that.
like? Who do you like, Sean?
So I actually like J.J. Abrams because I don't actually form my own opinions. I just get them off YouTube. And
I get them off
apparently,
Reddit.
Ryan Johnson ruined Star Wars with Episode
Yeah.
8. So I like J.J. Abrams for fixing stuff.
I really like what do you call him? It's this big rotund guy. I forget his name. He produced a heap of movies.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, he was good. He's not done
Dr.
anything
Rapist.
recently.
He's
though.
not a director. He's a
Yeah,
owner
but he
of
produced
Weinstein.
films. I don't know where he's gone though. I can't remember the last thing he made.
I think he's out of prison because I think
He
Ron
reminds me.
Jackson's-
He's in
that-
prison.
He
You're kidding
reminds
me.
me. He reminds me of that guy who raped all those people.
What a real jerk.
If the podcast made an app, what would that app do, Jackson?
That's a good question. I reckon we'd
Really
I'd hate to
lead you
say it, but I
straight
think
to
it
our
would just be a
sponsor.
blatant rip-off of Beer Me. But we'd have a Centurion feature as well, that like a counter.
It would just be. I don't know.
If I had to make an app for the podcast as the technician, what it would do is it would collect, your credit card number, and then the lucky 3 digits on the back.
Oh shit!
That
I
would
was
be
gonna mention that in the intro. Actually, shout out to the person who got $200 from Jackson's credit card before he cancelled it. He's a lucky winner of the
The dude
Centurion
hold my money
Hey,
award.
Yeah, dude, take my money award.
That's no
Holy
good.
shit!
Yeah, I just collect credit card details if I had an app.
Well, so how's that different from any other app?
It isn't. It isn't. You know, it's the same
I'd
as
actually
Mario
get a
Kart
step
Tour, isn't
counter
it?
for our
What's
weekly
our
challenge.
merch? We're gonna make some merch. Oh shit!
Keep an eye for that soon.
Listen, Connor Hughes asks, which local business do you hope gets shut down as a result of coronavirus? Local businesses, I don't have much against many local businesses. Yeah.
No, what about that one you were talking about before the podcast?
Which one was that?
You were
You
like,
just
I
said-
hope that you said I hope the Sydney tennis grounds get shut down so that fucking vegetable Alcott can't practice anymore. When you said
that's
that?
that's not quite local for mine anymore, is it?
But you live in Sydney.
I
so
thought that was off the record, personally.
Was that before or
Probably
after
shouldn't have
Cooper
mentioned
said it doesn't matter most local businesses because they're owned by the Jews?
That's a good point. That was well after.
This is the post-show content. We should leave
Sean.
this for later.
Sean, what business do you hope?
I hate all Indian restaurants. They're all a bunch
Mate,
of
what's your
infidels.
problem?
Indian food sucks.
Calm down against India. You
Naan bread is
overcompensate, Sean.
awesome.
Mate,
Mate,
you like naan bread.
they-
What's that? They're different to
they
flat
beat you
bread.
in the
This is bread with
2011
meat.
Cricket
Don't
World
eat
Cup and
any
you
top of
hate
it.
Garlic naan bread.
Listen, who's got the most seductive wink? We can only gauge this
I can't.
by everyone giving a wink. So, Jackson, let's start with you. Give us your best seductive wink.
Very well.
Oh, his lead up's
Cripper,
good.
what do you got? Me?
Oh,
Sean.
Sean just blinked. That's cheating.
I think
I don't
That's
think I can wink that well.
Sean's
I think it
was
looks
really
like I'm
bad.
blinking.
I think Jackson for mine. I think
Jackson
Jackson,
had the
Yeah,
like
I
most.
so.
Jackson can actually wink though.
Jackson drew me in. Jackson
Yeah.
caught my gaze. I
Was that because it
waiting
was
for-
unexpected though? Because I feel like
Yeah.
no one was thinking about doing a warm up until I did a
But
warm
can
up.
we?
No, I was all about the
What-
lead up.
thing
I was
is,
ready.
I
for
was,
it.
No, but also-
waiting for it.
Can we look at the data? Who gets the
It's-
most cheeky babes?
Jackson.
Probably Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm the
Was
cheeky.
Sean, you
No,
a cheeky
Jackson,
babe only.
The head movement
Wait,
beforehand.
I'm the
and
cheeky
the wink
babe
gets you.
magnet.
It's
I'm
What did you think of my tongue in?
Magnet.
What did you think about the tongue in my mouth?
I like Cooper's a lot.
That
I'll
was more
admit it.
sexual.
Nah,
That
if
was
you-
seductive. That was more sexual.
Listen, next question. Maddie Carroll asks us about COVID-19 conspiracy theories. What's your favorite conspiracy theory, Cooper?
Well, you already know what I've got to say to this. It's not a pandemic until it's blamed on the Jews. Okay.
Jackson, conspiracy theories about COVID?
I read a good one the other day. Actually, I read one like maybe 2 months after it started in China, and it was that China was like covering up numbers and burning bodies and like just really covering it up. I couldn't agree more. Like, I reckon they hid the numbers, burned so many people, and just...
only 3,000 people have died in China from the
Are you
coronavirus?
serious?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, they're may as well be the best country in the world. My favorite one is that China's just doing this to try to bring, because everyone knows they have a rogue state on the side of Taiwan.
Okay, next question. We got Jackson's fun fact of the week. Have you got a fun fact for us, Jackson? We can just talk shit about Sweeney while he's gone.
Mm.
You do that?
Get Jackson's fact out first.
Okay, my fun fact for the week. Abraham Lincoln was the first non-Italian person to eat spaghetti
Okay.
ever.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. Are you
that
doubting
true?
Jackson's fun fact of the week?
I don't think that's true.
Don't you remember his
fact
fact
check?
about the Oreos? That was correct. So
Well, no, because the first person to probably have spaghetti was someone who came
Fuck
into
that
Italy.
Sweeney guy, though.
Yeah, fucking Sweeney, man.
Yeah.
What did he said?
What a real prick.
About what he said about that brave
Oh,
tennis player?
I'm
Yeah.
a debater. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
that's my
why would
favorite
he
athlete
say that?
of all time. Just because he's so inspirational. and
He
Sweeney
thinks
just
he's the
shits
best
on him.
debater in Asia
I think he's threatened by him.
by David Olcott. What's the guy's name?
David Mostly Cock.
Okay. I don't think he would have much of a cock, that guy. He's in a wheelchair. Next question. Time travel theories. Multiverse or single timeline theory? Sean.
Which one's probably more real? Probably.
Yeah, what do you think of them?
I don't care. Single
I can
timeline.
multiverse theory.
Multiverse. No, that's probably the most wrong.
Oh, why? Explain it to me.
Oh, I don't know about any of it. It's not real physics
Why
or
are you-
anything.
why-
What
saying it's
qualification do you have to talk about
Yeah,
multiverse
fucking-
theory, Sean?
Hey, I'm the most qualified.
Mate, you're just
anyone
doing-
here to talk about any
Mate,
universe
you're just doing a fucking graduate certificate in commerce or some shit. Sweeney, what do you think?
Single timeline theory. We're just progressing along a linear pathway.
But like, what if you could time travel then and you go back in time? Would that change you going
can't
back in
go back
time?
in
If I had a
Time, you go
time
forward.
machine,
That's a
I'd go back
paradox.
to the moment I
Time
asked
travel
Jackson to
only
come
goes
on the
forward
No,
podcast.
it's only a paradox if you can time travel. I don't think you can time
You
travel.
can time travel. You can only time travel forward. We've proven that you can time travel forward.
Sure, but that doesn't matter, does it?
Not really.
Not yet.
You can't go backwards.
Okay, next question. It's not really a question. Freudian theory. That's just the topic. I don't know how you put that in.
That's when you like feed
Fucking
rats
can-
shit, right? Like you feed rats.
No,
and
it's
they
when,
grow
it's
up.
when you want to have sex with your mum.
So yeah, when Sean
Oh.
feeds his rat.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that might be. You might be.
Everything is a primordial instinct, sort of. Like,
Yeah.
anything you say is motivated by your desire to have, like, sex with your mum or some shit like that, you know?
Yeah,
So-
and how repression plays a key in how you act out and behaviors. And psychoanalysis is obviously a big.
Are you repressing
component.
anything, Cooper?
Sorry?
Anything you're
I
repressing?
think we all are. Well, if you're going by the Freudian model, I think it would say that almost everyone is.
But-
What do you think
Freudian
I'm
model,
repressing,
you're repressing.
Cooper?
What do you think you're repressing?
Yeah.
I don't know, Jackson. What do we think Jackson's oppressing, guys?
Oh,
You're
The only thing
oppressing.
I'm oppressing is women.
yeah, you do that very well. You do that at a masterclass level.
Oh, I can't wait for the next question. Holy shit.
It is a big
Okay, I'm
deal.
gonna.
Next one's not
Every
bad.
member must do their best accent, and others must guess what it is. I'm gonna start with Sweeney. What's your best accent? Just do an accent. We got to guess it.
Oh, fuck.
Go quickly.
Hey, good day, laddie. How are we? Hey.
Scottish.
Scottish. Okay, Jackson, go.
That's two. That's 2 out of
hey,
3.
bro, how are you going?
Anyway.
New Zealand. New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sean.
Oh, spongy boy.
Japanese.
Yep.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cooper's a Jew.
And when I got to the top, I thought I could see the whole sky, but it was just nothing, man. I saw
India.
the sunrise, and
Yes,
it was
Jackson.
really beautiful.
Nepalese. Nepal-
And Cooper, when you're in top now, make sure you're
Oh,
always
oh,
hosting.
Brazilian.
Yeah, there we go. That's
Yeah.
Brazilian.
Only got 1 vote, so Cooper, it seems like you lose that mini game, unfortunately.
Oh, we won. We all got him.
No,
No,
you
but
only got
yours
1
right.
per
Yours is
vote.
hardest to do.
Everyone else got
That
2
was the
votes.
Yeah, 'cause you
silent
guys
ding.
all did fucking
Also, that was
easy
the
ones.
silent ding.
Well,
That was 5 silent
you
ding.
disgrace. All
That's
right,
silent ding.
next question.
UDLs versus Cruisers. What do we think?
Look, cruises are easy to get down, but UDLs
More cost effective, aren't they?
been with me for a while. I would say but I think they're both the same percent, so they're both just as effective. I think cruises
No,
are
but
flavors.
you get
'cause
less
they
per
blend them
bottle.
fine.
You get less per bottle. The cruiser bottles are
Yeah.
like 200.
Yeah, so when you drink a cruiser, though, you feel like a legend because you've drunk so much, so you keep drinking more.
Yeah, I think
Thing is, at the point where you're deciding to drink a UDL or cruiser, you clearly don't really care what other people think of what you're drinking.
Hey,
Because
you
if you
shut the hell up. What do you
drinking
think of me?
cider or
What do you
beer-
think of me?
No, it's not
What do you
even
know
a
doing all these
criticism.
podcasts?
It's not even a criticism. It's just like you don't care what other people think. You just drink what you prefer.
Clearly,
like, go ahead
Sweeney's
and
never
drink.
finished a carton of cruisers.
Yeah.
No, what I was gonna say though is,
not a legend.
just quickly,
What do you
you know-
drink over there in Sydney?
The moment I lost all my respect for my dad was when I saw him drinking a UDL. That was
That's pretty funny.
was unbelievable.
Okay, next question. If you could create a social media trend to go viral, what would you choose?
They've all been done already. What do you mean? They're
Nah, think of one that like you would like to go viral.
You know, for mine, I had this thing that went semi-big on TikTok. It's called the Chill Out Challenge. And, you know, we live in such a high-octane world, you know, so much stress for people.
Octane.
I think if everyone just chilled out for even 5 seconds for a TikTok would be good. So, you know, I'll show the Chill Out Challenge. Everyone's here like, but the Chill Out Challenge, you just sit back, you relax, you know.
What made you come up with
chilling
that?
out. You know, I just thought the world needs to chill out. So I'd say the Chill Out Challenge. What would you say, Sean?
I like the rate. Everyone's doing all these shitty dance moves with these new songs and it's just flailing shit. What happened to the classic "Raise the Roof"?
I got one. Do you know what?
Raise the
It's
roof.
actually slowly becoming a trend. There's a trend on TikTok where people are just in a room and they're doing something funny while you can hear their parents fighting in the background. It's like someone's like renegade TikTok dancing and you hear
That would never
parents
happen to
fighting.
you, Cooper. You don't have parents.
That's
Oh
fucked up.
shit. Okay, next question here. Should we get rid of speed limits?
No, that's a
Jackson's
terrible
hot
question.
on this idea. Oh, I thought you would have been against it. I thought you hate speed.
I will say something though. There was a study done in like, I don't know, fucking somewhere, but with speed limits that are too high for people who were like scared to, I can't even remember what I was going to say
No,
anymore.
I think
But
it is that once you reach a certain point, people, especially in built-up areas, spend more time looking at their speedometer, making sure they're following the speed, than they do just trying to like pay attention to surroundings. And eventually, you know, you reach a point where like it's probably better to just be like, hey, drive, you know, to the speed you want.
I think there should be like 4 speed limits and there should be like zones. So it should be like
Yeah.
40, like 60, 90, and then like fucking
No, I think we should
something
limit
like
it
that.
everywhere.
Something like that. Maybe that's a
Thing
little
is,
bit
if
too
you
broad,
want to
but-
break the speed limit, you will. You know, if you want to be chaotic, you will.
Yeah. If you want to commit insurance fraud. Next question. When will we see the after hours special? Shit. We actually intended in filming that last week. But
as a
I was a bit too
third-party
sick.
viewer, someone who doesn't really know about the After Hours special, I tried to participate in it and absolutely went to shit.
Went to
So
shit. We were
we'll
too
see.
drunk.
I guess we'll
Yeah,
try.
a few
Like,
technical
We'll try.
difficulties.
Should we?
I'm not
We'll
gonna
try
call out
tonight.
members, but one member cut out. One member
Yeah,
kept
I was fucking
talking
done.
the shit out of someone else, just
Oh,
bad
yeah.
mouthing someone else.
I'd like to
It was just
apologise
two
to
dudes
James
talking
L.
to each
Hindi.
other. So we'll see how it goes this week. I guess we'll give it another go. People who are interested. But besides that, I think it's overall it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's
Well,
weird though because sometimes after the first 2 I felt fine. Then after the third one I was just
It's
Yeah,
weird because
the
you came
third
up with
one
the idea
killed me.
and then you went ham in the After Hour podcast. So
maybe it's because we're not drinking as much in isolation. Maybe that's.
I think we are. We're all
I
getting
feel like
pretty
I'm
sick.
drinking more.
That's how much I'm filling my cup up to. It's about half of this.
All right.
That's not my
Question
fucking.
69. Do you think you'd like or react, you know, together or comment more on social media posts? I think I'd probably actually comment more, you know, tagging friends or whatever. I think they rarely like a post, you know, a post alone. I like comments, but not posts. Sean?
Does it count as messages? If messages count as
No,
I'm
just
always
posts.
reacting to messages, but if not, yeah, probably. Actually, I don't really do either. Probably like. I'm always on Instagram, just liking
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
I
because on
reckon
Instagram you don't have that option. So
Yeah, you
anything
just
you do
double tap
on,
and like.
yeah, that's already, I guess, just a like. you could
Yeah,
say.
either way. What about you?
I'd
Jack?
say like because I like everything I'd comment on or share. So
Is
yeah,
Sweeney
you know,
vomiting?
So.
yeah, Sweeney's
Not yet.
about to. He's looking
Sad, isn't
like
it?
he's hurting.
About to.
You
Going
can
for
do
a
a
toilet
hard
break.
shot.
Oh, shit.
Besides,
What's your favorite
that,
reacts, Sean?
Probably wow.
Oh, okay, we'll go to the next question here. Oh, Jackson's left for the mini game. We'll need you here, Sweeney.
Yeah.
How many South American countries can we name? I'll start quickly. Let's go
Venezuela.
Argentina, Chile,
Brazil.
Brazil, Mexico. Isn't that all of them? What else?
No,
is there?
Uruguay, Paraguay.
Uruguay. Oh, yeah, the
Mexico.
Guayas.
Oh, no, Mexico's
Is it
north.
Mexico? Oh, is Mexico? No, Mexico's still South America. isn't
Mexico's north.
it?
Mexico's
Is it?
definitely north.
Sweeney, got some more for us. You're a geography man.
It's
And
Guatemala.
I'm spewing my heart out.
Guatemala. Is Ecuador?
Bolivia.
Is
No,
Ecuador?
Ecuador, you're right. Ecuador.
Ecuador, South.
Cuba?
Colombia.
Cuba, Colombia.
No,
Chile.
Cuba.
Costa
wouldn't be-
Rica. Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Guyana.
Guyana. I don't know what that is.
Did we say Peru?
Was that a ding?
Yeah, Peru. We didn't say Peru,
Peruvian?
actually. Jamaica,
Yeah,
is it
Oh,
Caribbean?
did we say
Was that a
Chile?
ding?
Yeah.
Was that a ding?
Oh,
Yeah, we
God.
said
Yeah,
No.
Chile?
It's up to number 70.
Oh
Chile?
yeah, I know. It's all count.
71.
Oh, there we go.
Honestly,
How-
guys, how often do we floss? I brush my teeth every night.
Oh, who wants
Personally,
to see that, Sweeney?
that's not looking good. I like to floss at least once a week.
Oh, you want to see me floss?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go for it. Get up and dance.
Oh,
Coop.
but I'm wearing boxes though. Big
I don't. I actually I floss the first 3 weeks after I've gone to a dentist appointment when he tells me I need to floss.
again. Yeah.
But other than
Flossing's
that,
actually quite satisfying though, isn't it?
no,
Yeah,
because it makes you
flossing's
bleed for the
sick.
first. It makes you bleed after like 2
Yeah,
weeks.
you bleed for ages, but once you do it,
Once you
enough,
do it,
it's
you
fine.
get fine because you're supposed to. Because you're like rubbing into your gums.
Yeah.
Just
Besides
chill.
that-
Just you don't have to like jam
Nah,
Yeah,
it in.
I do it so
jamming.
hard. I do it so hard when I do
chill
it
out with it.
because you just gotta go hard or go home. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like flossing, I don't know. It's good for you. It's good for you, and you do get chunks out. That's the big
Whenever I
you
win a
always
game
get
of
chunks
Fortnite, I
out.
floss.
And
to
how knows how old
dance
those
on the
chunks
graves
are?
of my enemies.
So this one's here from
Should the
Adam
word
Patterson. Should the use of the word gamer by non-gamers be classified as hate speech?
That's an interesting question.
Probably.
I think it depends how in what context you say it.
I think yes.
It should be hate speech. Now, if you're like,
Should be hate
you
speech.
fucking gamer, I'm like,
It's the
gee,
exact
but if
same
it's-
as the N-word. Exact same.
I would say it's a bit different because I think
No,
it's
how's it
not really a
different?
racial thing. It's you choose to be a gamer.
Well,
You
what's
don't
wrong
really-
with
Actually,
the
no, you don't
racial
really choose to be-
lifestyle? You're
Yeah,
bo-
no, in fairness, gaming's
born a
more of a
gamer.
calling than it is a choice.
Mate, once you touch that mouse and keyboard, and once you pick up that controller, nothing can stop you from going towards your vocation. Nothing.
I'm not.
So I think you're born in it, and if you get
Oh,
bullied
look
for
who's
being
Jackson
born in
talking
it,
to.
Yeah.
Jackson's
nothing
in
wrong with
trouble.
that.
Who's Jackson talking to, Sean?
I think his mum or his sister probably.
It's either, let's guess
That's
who
my
Jackson's
guess.
talking to. It's either Serena
Nah,
or
I
his
don't know,
sister.
Be his mum.
or
Be
his mum. Could be
Mum's
Yeah,
his
an
it's my
easy
mum.
one. Yeah, I was gonna say. What's she saying? Not happy?
No, she's
Ask her what she thinks
she's
of gamers.
dancing.
Oh, nice. So,
up
next
next
question
we've
from
got-
Cooper Groovy is best Age of Empires in the saga. Sweeney, I assume
Yeah.
you know a lot about this.
Did Cooper Groovy message you, Sweeney? And
I
not
know
me?
Next
not
topic.
That's
a
fucked.
thing about this, if I'm being honest.
I actually liked Age of
Best
Empires.
Age of Empires.
I actually liked Age of Empires. It's the one where you click and drag your soldiers and drag them to destroy all this shit, right? I actually like that. I actually was looking for it like probably about 3 months ago for a version on my iPhone, but it's not there. It's all bootleg shit. So
Yeah,
Jackson, what did your mum say, Jackson?
Oh, nothing. She's
you gotta let us
just,
know.
she asked if I asked any of her questions.
What was one
There
of her
you go.
questions? What was one of her questions?
Why do you think you have to try and impress your friends and drink so much?
Why do you think you have to drink so much to impress your friends, Jackson?
Personally, I'd have to say that that's a ding.
Yeah, you're right. That is a
There you
ding.
go.
So this one's from James Pacino. Is Macedonia Greek? Sweeney?
Macedonia?
Yeah,
'cause-
probably.
Well, ancient Macedonia, like Alexander the Great, conquered all this territory. But that place where he came from is effectively modern day Greece, and only a bit of it was modern day what we call Macedonia. So, and even though they're neighbor countries, there's always been a spot of tension because Greece is kind of like, what the fuck? Like, you're not Macedonia, we're Macedonia.
I'm Macedonia.
Yeah, the actual official Macedonia changed their name to North Macedonia a couple years
Is
ago.
Macedonia a country? I don't think so. I've never heard of it before.
North Macedonia is, yeah.
What's
The
their
one that
largest
has, like,
export?
Alexander Volkanovsky.
Helicopters.
Oh, is that true? Is that true? So
Hey,
their
he came
Fun
straight.
fact,
He
it's
comes straight out of the
helicopters.
gong. I don't know what you're talking
so
about.
their largest export is
But Macedonia
leg kicks.
is Greek for mine, just to answer the question. But
So that's another ding. So, which Australian animal do you care for the least? Let me go first. Everyone's gonna hate
Fucking
this.
emus.
Koalas. Koalas, like, they don't do anything.
That's-
Emus are cool. They bob around. Kangaroos are sick. National animal. But koalas do nothing. And they just sit there. And everyone's going to hate because they're all cute and cuddly. But koalas can suck my dick.
You know what I think is pretty
Isn't
funny?
that how you got chlamydia, Sean? A koala sucked your dick?
We didn't talk about that, all right? We didn't talk
Jackson, what do you think?
I think it's pretty funny that koalas are like these cute little animals, and like 90% of them have chlamydia. And
Did they get it from your mum?
yeah, but it all started with one koala who one day got chlamydia on accident, and now they all have it. So
Did you have sex with your mum?
your mum? Who did you get it
I
from?
wonder if it was still worth it for the one koala to
Did
get
it feel good, though?
How good did it feel?
As long as it felt good. Okay, that's the next question.
What?
So Sean's weekly movie review. I think I did this last week, which is Blood Diamond. I actually did watch a movie this week.
Oh, tell us about it.
We
Everyone's
do
gonna
this
hate
every
it.
week.
Everyone's gonna hate it. It was like my 8th viewing of not probably 8, probably about 5th viewing of Star Wars Episode 9.
You've already reviewed this. Nah.
No,
different
no,
movie.
What we got? Okay, for now, what we
I'm
got
not done.
to
I'm
do?
done. I'm done.
Nah,
I watched again The Last Jedi, which is Star Wars Episode 8.
Right, all right.
Before this, just because I saw YouTube videos of how bad it was, and I wanted to watch it myself. And yeah, while it's pretty bad overall, because I guess everyone's mad that they killed Luke Skywalker off. There's nothing. I have no problem with that.
I haven't seen it yet.
You fucking
I hadn't really
spoilers.
cared for Luke Skywalker.
Well, okay, what we got to do? What we got to do
Or
for
the
next
casino
week?
scene.
What we got to do for next week is we got to choose Sean a movie to watch, and then he has to watch it, and
We
then you
do
got to
that
review
now?
that.
In the
Pick a
comments
movie. Someone
below.
We'll do it in the
out a movie.
post match, but if you think of one now,
Well,
Like,
Star Wars
I hate
Episode
Mary.
8, great movie.
There's
besides
something
the
about
casino
Mary?
scene.
next question.
So, is having a glue stick in your pencil case worth it? No, it's not. Glue sticks suck.
I think if you're in like year 1 to 3, it is, but after that, it's not.
Can
Are you
still sniff it
serious,
and get
dude?
high? Is that
You
still
clearly
Yeah,
don't
if
use
Eng-
paper
if-
anymore.
English class is getting a bit boring, huh? You just fucking whip that bad boy out.
This is the legend
Actually-
right here.
He's a story. I was like ironically doing that in like year 8 with a friend in English class. Like, oh, we're getting so high, haha. And then the teacher like emailed my mum and was like, oh, you that's fucked. Like, if you don't get an A in
The
English,
teacher
like, we're
emailed
gonna-
your mum and was like, "Mum, you have to come in and watch porn with your son."
I think the viewers
No, we
might be
just did.
interested
We
for
just
that,
did
like,
that. Me and
next
my mum
week.
just did that at home anyway. It was
Oh,
kind of
right.
one of our. But no,
Why'd you invite the head of year along?
what? Because it's kind of hot though. You know,
liked it
watching.
anyway.
It's kind of it's the
bit
danger
naughty.
of it's the authority watching you kind of makes it a little bit more hotter. The fear of being caught.
I'm sorry about
Watched
that.
it with them.
But, what does the U in UE Boom stand for? So I have one right here, and Cooper I know has the Mega Burrito.
Oh,
And
where's
I
my
know
burrito?
Sweeney has one as well. I'm not sure about Jackson.
I have one in my.
I've got one.
I actually do know this. I don't know if this is a joke someone set up, but it stands for Ultimate
Ultimate
Ultimate.
Yeah.
What does the E stand for?
Ears.
ears.
Ultimate ears.
Does it actually?
That's what it's
Yeah.
meant. That's Ultimate Ears by Logitech.
Dumb.
Shout out to Logitech. We all have one of them. I want to say, I have the most recent model, but Cooper has the biggest burrito. So I think the biggest burrito is what matters.
But mine sounds outclassed now though. Like even the new little ones sound way better than mine.
No, the only
Mine's a few
difference
years
really,
old.
I think they have different speakers maybe, but like the biggest difference is the waterproofing. So yours is still waterproof, but these ones never used to be waterproof. These little medium-sized burritos.
Oh, I thought they were all waterproof.
Now they're all waterproof.
Oh,
but
mine's
now
fucked if it
I
gets
think
wet.
mine does. And mine sits in my shower
I get
24/7.
fucked, I get
It's
wet.
fine.
Jackson, next question.
So
Your
it
apology.
goes-
It's
No, does Scott Morrison look like
shit,
George
sorry.
Costanza? This is from Maddie Carroll. And Sweeney, maybe you have something to say?
I would never look at Scott Morrison and be like, "Oh, he looks like George Costanza." But if someone points out to me, being like, "Don't you think he looks a bit like George Costanza?" I'm like, "Oh, a bit."
he's his gait and body movements are kind of like it a little bit. I feel like
Yeah, I think he
he's a
looks-
bit.
He looks sufficiently like him, such that I would be like, I won't think it's an outlandish comparison, but I'd never make the comparison on my own.
The eyebrow line, the brow is quite similar.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Jackson, what do you think?
Who's George Costanza?
Seinfeld.
Who's Scott
Yeah.
Morrison?
Mm,
Is
He's
he that
gotta go.
motherfucker?
That's a big question.
That
That's you.
motherfucker.
Scott Morrison's got to go. What do you reckon, Sweeney?
He's done really good with
He's
this
doing
whole.
all right. He's plugging along, isn't he?
Sween, did you vote Liberal or not?
No, I voted Labor in the last
Oh,
election.
you would never say you voted Liberal live
No,
on
I
national
voted for
TV.
Auntie Bulma in the seat.
All right,
of-
next question.
last
Jackson,
election.
apologise.
I don't know where to start, really. I fucked up. I know it. I definitely shouldn't have done it. If I could go back in time and take it back, I, without a doubt in my mind, 100% would. I'm so sorry to everyone who witnessed it and had to be a part of it. And it honestly, it keeps me up at night, what I did. I feel awful. So just, everyone who was affected by it, we've got a team working on it at the moment, going through my emails. We'll review each individual case. I'm really sorry, everyone. We're doing all we can to try and make things right again.
Thank you, Jackson, for that. Okay, now we got that over with. Next question.
Shooting down a paratrooper while they're descending is a war crime, according to the Geneva Convention. But surely if an enemy was raining down the weapon at the ready, you'd shoot them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, you would realistically, I think. I think it's these guys in their suits, they gather in an air-conditioned room and they make those laws, but they don't know the horror of war, really. So it's easy to make these things.
I think it's logical, right? If some motherfucker's coming down from a plane,
coming to kill you,
they jump down to kill me, and they've got a parachute on. Just because they got a parachute on, I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah,
exactly. What I
it's like the 10's the 5-second rule.
It's like in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. If you're parachuting down, you get shot out. You got caught last.
Do you reckon there's ever been a situation in a war where someone's literally waited for them? Do you reckon that's ever happened?
No, they shoot them before they wait.
There's no way
that happens.
Do you ever know if you shot them down, though?
Fortnite, you're waiting for someone to fall, and then when they do,
they get caught stuck.
That's a ding. Thoughts on the professors who create the mandatory textbooks for their own classes? That's
Virgin alert.
It's legit it's such a mark of failure on their part, being like, I haven't made my work engaging enough that I've had to become a professor and force people to read my own work. It's really embarrassing.
The thing is, as well, if you can put it in a textbook, you can put it in some lecture slides.
Yeah, you can
just fucking do your job.
Do you know what my Grace? She was one of her units she's doing. She's making them cite her own work to get more citations on her own work.
You're kidding.
I'm not gonna lie, that guy's a genius.
Sean, how much money?
Actually a girl. Girls can be intellectuals too.
Sean, how much money do you reckon you've spent on textbooks?
I spent probably about 300 overall. So I spent probably about 200 in the first semester when I thought I needed it.
Do you think you got your money's worth?
No.
Next question. A mini game. Here we go. The fellas count to 10. Let's go. 1,
2,
1,
1,
2,
3, 4,
5.
You've done 2 in a row. You did 2 in a row.
Can't you do 2 in a row?
Okay. 1,
1,
1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6, 1,
1,
1,
1,
1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
1,
1,
1,
1,
1,
1,
2,
1,
2,
1,
2.
1.
2.
Oh,
sorry.
We'll get there one day.
Another 6. Jackson.
My iPad went flat.
Should Facebook permanently have the LGBT React?
Oh, absolutely. First of all, it's not called the LGBT React, it's called the Pride React. And if it's all really about pride, then yeah, they should have it permanently. Because I'm not pride for 1 month of the year. I'm pride 24/7.
That's a really good point. I agree with that.
Wait, Sean, what are you proud of?
I'm proud of being Australian and doing my part in this current climate of not spreading
What's that
the
got to do
virus.
with the LGBT community?
Nothing. I'm saying they should represent the flag because they're a proud bunch of people.
Yeah, no, but that
You
flag
said I'm
represents-
LGBT 24/7.
No, I said I'm proud 24/7. I said I'm pride 24/7. Actually, I should have said I'm proud.
Yeah, but the
24/7.
pride is a movement of the LGBT.
All right, listen, everyone.
Yeah, look, this one
as we speak, but give Sean a compliment. What do we got?
Sean, I think you're a really awesome person, and I just have to say that, like, I've known you for a while. I think you're one of the top 5 legends I know, and you have cool hair. So thank you.
Sean, for me, you're always one of the top 4 hosts of this podcast. No matter what, every week you turn out, and you're one of the best 4.
Only one that hasn't vomited as well.
I haven't vomited. I vomited afterwards. I vomited
you
afterwards.
vomited.
Not
Vomited
during the
afterwards.
podcast, though.
I got too close to this podcast.
Give him a compliment.
I like when I steal your mother's underwear from your house. You don't get mad at me.
Sean, give
Okay,
yourself,
Sean, your turn.
To give everyone else a compliment.
give yourself a
No,
compliment.
yourself.
I like the hair. The hair's it. Literally the hair. Everything about me is the hair. I was nothing before the hair, and now I got the hair. Now I'm the hair. So I think the hair looks sick.
Yeah, look, thanks for that one, Sean. The viewers want to know, where do we get all of these amazing topics? So many.
Hey, most of these amazing topics, they come from you, the viewer. You know, leave a comment on any platform, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you find the video.
Message one of us if
wherever you comment. Yeah.
Join the Discord.
No matter what you want to do. Yeah, the Discord coming soon, the Instagram coming soon. Yeah.
The
Just
best
anywhere.
questions come
We'll
from
find
me.
them.
I
Like the
write best
Facebook
questions.
page. If you listen this far, like the Facebook page.
Have we made an Instagram yet, Tony?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Where do you get your
Instagram
ideas
will be good
from,
for
Cooper?
clips, and you get a
That's a good
hashtag.
point.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Where do you get the ideas from?
Oh, under the Queensboro Bridge. I get it from this guy named Adam Eagert.
All right. Sean,
I get a
where
lot
do you get your
of
ideas.
Champ Chong. I follow him on Instagram and all social.
He's got a lot of ideas. that
He does
guy.
have a lot of ideas. I've got my friend, my source, to ask him where he gets his ideas from, and no response yet. But hopefully we can get that soon.
Yeah, and he told me, yeah, I don't know, Champ Chong, what a guy.
Look, fellas.
Sorry about
if
your dad.
you could change the outcome of one event in history, what would it be? Thanks for that one, Brianna Marvellini. What do we reckon? Cooper?
Could be you go.
Look, you guys know what my opinion on these things are. You know who I think the vermin of the people are. I just wish they finished
Hitler
the job.
succeeded.
1940,
Jesus
40,
Christ.
40s.
So.
Mate, that's an edit job, that is. Sean, what do you think?
I don't know. Maybe 9/11 crashed into some like a smaller structure. Maybe they missed. Maybe like
What would you get it to crash into? What would you
Probably
choose?
the bell tower. The bell tower can take it.
No,
right?
but you still like you want somewhere where you don't like.
Oh,
To David
yeah.
Alcock's training ground.
No,
Yeah.
What do you mean, Cooper? You had it perfect. All the Jews were at the World Trade Center.
that's where
I think,
Sweeney would probably want to go.
For mine, no, I just changed the Battle of Waterloo,
I would
right? So
change it
Napoleon
so-
wins, but also ABBA doesn't get a banger because they fucking suck.
Oh,
All right. Can a black dude
Good
ever
question.
be more racist than a white dude? Probably
Tell
not.
you what, not
because
in
of
this
all-
day and age, not in this society.
Yeah, look, probably not because of all the precursor stuff that happened.
Shout out to podcast number 2 when I did an apology. That's all I'm saying.
Actually, no, definitely. I think
He's a question that's kind of an offshoot of the current one. Do you guys get offended by the word cracker?
a cracker
No.
like me.
No,
way.
not.
I quite like the word cracker. I kind of want to use it.
What
more.
about if a Mexican person calls you a gringo?
I love gringo. Gringo sounds really good
It does sound cool. Better than
What's
getting
my
called a
gringo?
beaner.
because gringos is just a variant of like Latinos, Latinos, Negroes, gringos. So you know we're all some O's. You know.
Let's lose. There's
That's
this
where
word
it's
that
just
ends in ER that I can't
Fruit Loops
remember.
in this bowl of
I
cereal.
don't know where grin comes from.
Alert! Your printer is running low on cyan ink.
Better go
Do
catch
you
it.
refill? What do
Do
you
you-
reckon, Sweeney?
Well,
Do you reckon-
If my printer's running low on cyan ink, no, I will never refill a printer until like it actually stops printing because it tells you it's like, oh, it's low on ink, like weeks in advance. So no, it's never worth it. I
Weeks,
think.
mate, years. My
printers
printer's
are
been
a
on low
scam.
cyan forever.
printers
Yeah.
are a
If
scam.
anybody ever asks you for help with printers, no. Say
that's how,
no.
That's how Epson,
That
that's
will
how Brother,
never end well.
that's how
Cooper,
Kyocera make their money. Ink.
Cooper, your printer's low on cyan ink. Are you going to replace it?
I think it's really a conspiracy theory. They want you to go out and buy more cartridges for that ink. But who are those people who own those cartridges factories? Just think about it.
They
And-
sell printers at a loss, and they have different cartridges, so they can sell you the expensive cartridges. It's
Cooper,
printing
who behind
Jackson
the,
looks like he's looking away to like a table of facts. He's like,
Cooper, who do you think's behind the cartridges?
Next question.
Next question. What do we all reckon? Foot fetishes. Cooper, I hear you're an expert in this.
Oh, mate.
There's a lot of people think I have a foot fetish because I like to joke about it a lot. I really don't, although it might seem like it, and it is funny. But I think my defense for it is if someone does have really ugly feet, it is a detriment. It's not good. It's really an unattractive feature. So although you're not attracted to feet specifically, I think it is a factor when you're determining someone's attractiveness.
I think,
Sean.
well, who doesn't like a good pair of feet? I think most people probably their feet don't really matter. Like what Cooper's saying, I don't think it really matters. Like, if they have ugly feet, you can really hide that. Like most players who do sport have ugly feet just by the nature of their job. And like, I don't think their wives are too detracted from that. I think there's other factors that outweigh that.
What's your favorite foot size on a woman, Sean?
2.
Listen, holy shit, this coronavirus thing's going on, but fuck, I was just reading the paper a second ago. Holy shit, guys, the curve's flattening. Sean.
Mate, as someone who's got the flattest curve in the game, I would just like to say that's great news. And congratulations to all the countries that have done their part, and to all the countries that haven't done their part, suck a dick.
Wow, strong words. Jackson, the curve is flattening. Holy shit.
That's awesome.
Flat ass.
From the flattest ass in town, I'd have to say I can relate to this curve being flattened. I can't wait to have a reliable income so I can get back to putting my extra 2 loot crates in every month with the promo code BEER.
There you go, Cooper.
Okay, this is my impression of the curve being flattened. If Ray William, shit, I think I do it.
Listen, many different Australian notes. Which one's the most aesthetically pleasing? For me, I think, we ascribe the higher value ones to be more aesthetically pleasing just because you're like, oh. But I think in terms of a clean design, like I think the 10 has got like a really pretty clean...
Yeah, I like the 10, but I think the Hundo, and it might be just because it's a high value, but I think the Hundo looks really good. I would probably say 10 is better than 20 and 5 easy though.
I think people say Hundo because it's so rare. They see it...
Yeah, but it looks great, doesn't it? But maybe that still adds to the
Let me say.
Like 50's a lot.
Colour. And but 20's
are nice.
20's got the hottest bird.
All right.
Which is what I'd like to say.
50's definitely the winner in my opinion. And you can call it a pineapple. Be like, hey, you owe me 3 pineapples.
You can call the 100 a bean. You can call the red a chili. And you can call the blue a butterfly.
But no one does that. The only one.
Have you handled many pineapples in your career, Jackson?
That's a ding. Sorry, we have to go to the next question.
That was a fast
This
ding.
next question's a bit incoherent, so I'll reframe it. How much rent do you think you'd charge someone, per week to live in a house with us 4 jokes?
Oh,
Cooper.
I reckon about 100.
100 per week.
Depends where it was.
that's very good.
No, but like it's split between 4 people. Even if you're in a nice suburb, at least I know about Perth. It would be a pretty big, like with 4 bedrooms or 5 bedrooms. It's probably about $500-$600 in rent. So yeah, probably about 100. But to put up with our shit, I think 100.
Jackson, you're scowling. What do you think?
What was the question?
How much rent would you charge someone to live in a house with us 4 legends?
I reckon $250 a week. We're all legends.
$250 a week. But like,
Where would we live though?
If we had $500 a week,
would be awesome.
If we had $500 a week to find somewhere,
that would be epic.
Listen, do you pick your nose when people aren't watching? And if you do, how aggressively and what do you do with it? Listen, when people aren't watching, yeah, I'll go for it. If saying my nose is bothering me, I'll go for it. And
I pick the shit out of my nose.
As long as I get it out, I'll only pick my nose if I feel like there's something in there to get out. And I'll go as aggressive as I need to get it out.
What do you do with it once you get the booger? Do you flick it or do you eat it?
That's a big question.
It depends sort of where I am. I think
I've never eaten it.
You got to eat it. You always eat it.
You eat it.
It's like a closed cycle. It's like a closed cycle.
If I'm sitting inside, I'll eat it or whatever. If I'm outside, my fingers...
Or do you just straight up
swallow it?
No,
you just swallow it.
No,
I know Cooper who sits in his room and picks his nose and just flicks it all around and he has boogers all over his room. I just eat it and I shit it out later. It's fine.
I'm not eating my
I think I'll flick it if I'm outside. That's more because my finger will probably be dirty elsewhere. But if I'm inside, it's looking good,
Nah, it's if I flick it.
I don't want
Oh,
to spoil my dinner. It seems good.
Ding, ding, ding.
Listen, Jackson Emmett asks, do you guys pour your shots early, or do you pour your early shots quite light, knowing what's ahead? I know I do. That's what
I got. I'm not no call out. That's what I got
No,
right now. That's
I'm
probably
going big.
just below a normal shot. That's probably just below a
No,
normal.
I go big early. Jackson, what do you do?
So early I go pretty big. I usually start off with like most of that filled up, but the later I get on, I definitely taper off quite a bit. I like get to around the half mark, I reckon.
I was going to say that's not a shot glass. That's like everyone here uses glass for a century, and that's not a shot glass.
You're full of shit,
it's
Sean.
hard to
That is
tell on the camera.
It's hard to tell on the camera, but that's not a.
But what about you?
I don't even have a shot glass, so it's a bit hard to tell actually how much I'm pouring.
You poured so much in there.
Oh, really? I
Um,
didn't even notice.
Yeah, we got no
Cooper
shot
spent all his
glasses.
money on the camera.
I spent all my money. I spent all my money on Qantas stocks. They're looking good right now, man. I should have sold
I'm telling
later.
you what, my mum
Shit,
told
I
me
just-
that's for the post show.
Listen, what's the best flavour of pizza? That's what Ben Clark asks. I think a really simple ham and cheese probably does the job for
Oh,
me.
you
Sean,
pussy.
what do you
No,
think?
man.
I like ham, pineapple, cheese, and barbecue sauce. That's the best pizza.
That's
you can
disgusting.
get.
You
It
guys are
doesn't go
autistic.
before.
Degenerate.
I like
Cooper?
ham and cheese is a classic. Sean's is a fucking monstrosity.
criticising me
That
for
Do you
sucks.
like pineapple? Do you
Yeah,
like
but compared to
pineapple?
Sean, it's right. No,
Do you
ham
like
pineapple's
pineapple?
right, but it's not the best. Mine is actually capricosa. I've been to Italy. I'm a cultured man.
What's that?
Capricosa's got artichokes, olives.
Chokes,
ham.
yeah, you'd love that pizza.
It's just good because it really summarizes the flavors of Italy. You know, mushroom, olives, artichokes, ham. Really
Good
nice.
point.
I like
The
it.
choke pizza does summarize you.
Sure. What do you like,
What about
Jason?
you?
I really like the hamburger flavored one.
that's-
It's such an autismo, man.
that's
That's
not
just
authentic
Domino's
either,
marketing getting to you. What the hell is
Mate,
wrong with you?
That's not a real.
It's
It's not a
good.
real flavor of pizza.
I know.
Dude, a good margarita's really good. You know.
Listen, getting to the awards portion of tonight's show. Firstly, the Status of a Plum Award for the worst topic. I've got one nominee myself. Adam Patterson asked the
Yeah.
lazy tire joke about, what's the
Yeah.
deal with aeroplane food?
That
Paying
sucks.
no appreciation.
I totally agree.
That was
I totally agree with that. I saw that and I was like, that's just.
Sean-
It's just something that we all know about, and it's not good.
Sean, what's your worst topic tonight?
Well, I have to go with the same one, but like if we want something different, it would probably have to be washing with just no water. Do you wash with no water? Because like I
That's just
assume
because it was about you, Sean.
I think there was some reasonable discussion there, though, at least.
no,
I think
but
that was
that's
a good
only
one.
because I
Adam-
guess
Adam
am I
really didn't prompt that much.
am I getting singled
All right,
out of there?
listen,
Like, I got singled out for,
Well, you got singled out, but that's because you're a coward. Listen,
Yeah,
who thinks airplane food? Adam Patterson's the worst topic.
I-
Yeah,
that
I
was
would also
pretty
agree
I
bad.
think he
with
deserves that.
So,
I'm trying to look
Adam
at the best
Patterson,
topic here.
congratulations. You're the winner of being the biggest fucking
get the wooden spoon. retard.
status of a plum. 98, the Dude Hold My Beer Award for best topic. Does anyone have an opinion on what the
Yeah,
best topic was?
no,
this
I
week?
do have one.
The problem was, I think our best topics didn't get expanded on that well.
Sean, what
I
did you think?
Watch for the
I think
poster. Watch
the
for the
James
poster
Blunt
for
one was
that.
very good.
I think the best topic was do farts push out the shit or do shits push out the fart? That was
Cooper,
my
your
favourite.
opinion?
Good.
I think it's do fast push the shit out of the shit pushes the fart.
Well
Cooper,
done.
what was your best
Congratulations.
topic? Quick,
I reckon it was the farts push the shit out of the shit push
the
the
same
fart.
thing?
Yeah,
For
I
mine,
want to win.
I thought whether jogging on the spot or
Yeah.
See, I got
I'll
nothing wrong
rephrase
with
that.
that. I got nothing wrong with that. So I
I thought
wouldn't
that was
agree.
interesting. I thought there
That
was a
was
bit of
good.
discussion.
Yeah,
I
actually,
liked that.
yeah, I'll back that one. I'll back
If
that
it-
one. That one was
okay.
interesting.
Yeah, I guess
You
they
reckon?
win the whole. Is that someone?
Yeah, why not?
Who
That
wins
was
the whole-
that came from James Pacino via Facebook. He reached out, so congratulations,
Cooper's favourite
James
bloke or
Mate,
just
it's
someone
Pacino.
else?
James El Hindi. There's no way.
Oh, James O'Hiney.
I think you win. So congratulations, James.
Shout out to James.
Go,
Listen,
James.
99. Who was tonight's MVP? Who was the best host tonight? We'll start with you, Jackson. What do you think?
I reckon, Sweeney, I reckon you've done a pretty good job. You've just really you've shown your consistency.
Wow.
And-
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely underperformed. I feel like Cooper got a bit political at times about the JEWS. And Sean, fuck you, Sean.
I would like to say,
Sean, what do you think?
quite contradictory. I'd like to say Jackson. You called me a legend. I really appreciate that. But you
Self-search.
know what? I'll ignore what he just said about me.
Cooper, what do you think?
I think everyone did a bad job. I don't think anyone did good. I think everyone was underperforming tonight. So I really don't want to pick anyone.
Sweeney,
But if
pick you or Jackson.
I
Who
think
is the
even
best?
I
Who would
I
I
could-
pick?
You or
I'd
Jackson?
pick myself. You know, I think
Yeah,
I was great.
I was probably
Probably
going
you.
to pick Sweeney, but I don't think he
look,
did a good job.
I think you can't
But he
pick
did the
Cooper or
best.
Jackson for your introductions. You know, that
Yeah,
was
my introduction
terrible.
introduction.
That was terrible.
Let's just say, I'm not even sure we'll do Cooper's full introduction.
Well, look, that's it. Outro this week. Listen, it's been fantastic to speak to you guys, my Legionnaires. You know, the loyal, legendary Legionnaires. You know, the loyal listeners of this Centurion. We've made it to 100 another week. You know, a brief bit of feedback I got from a few viewers is that we make it to 100 every week, but that we never actually show any form of celebration in that we've made it to 100. That's because we're a bunch of legends, I suppose. But listen, it's been great to have you on board for another week. Thanks for your continued patronage. And the rest of you guys, is there anything you'd want to say?
Shout out to James El Hindi. I'm sorry for any actions any of us have taken to you in the recent weeks. I hope you still watch the podcast and you have a good time.
Cooper?
Fuck James El Hindi. Don't watch my podcast. I don't
Jackson, what do you think?
I'd like to give a special shout out to.
Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for watching the Centurion.